Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you here. And I don't know why the left side of my screen is so sepia, but it is. And they're artists, and I don't understand them any more than you do. Nevertheless, it is another gloomy day here. I got myself a half a cup of, well, I don't know. It's wants to be cold. It's very close to being cold coffee. But I am
Mm.
sitting with a bunch of friends about to do some art, and it's going to be good. I got Doug up here immediately. Hello, hello, Doug. And we're going to be doing fast food mascots. And I thought I'd do a little bit of a rundown here from the beginning before I get into the normal stuff, just to give you an idea of the plethora of fast food mascots that do actually exist. I thought that would be a lot of fun. But first thing I'm going to do is go over there and hit that like and share button. Hopefully you'll do the same. Let everybody know that we are on, and they come join us for the fun times. And of course, fast food will kill you. It's America's little Manchurian candidate. It's how we're going to win. It's how we're going to win. But nevertheless, I do want to know what your favorite is. I don't really do the fast food thing very much because I am in Japan. But when I was in the States, I did go some. Not a lot though. Although I do think I liked Crystals. Well, they're little, teeny, cute,
Ew.
cute little hamburgers. They were really nice.
Yeah,
Car-
White Castle's all the way.
well, I mean, yeah, that's just the same, just in the north. Uh, but
I'd be
uh,
curious to know who all worked at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, for like a couple of months, I worked at a chicken out. Yeah,
Hmm.
and my job was to clean the deep fryers after they cooked them, and I had to get it done quick so they could do another one. Of course, they were scalding hot. It was not a good job.
Oh, no, it doesn't sound like
I worked at Best Eaton. I made the donuts.
it.
Seriously. But yeah, 'cause I'm a poor boy when I was young, man. I needed to get to work as quickly as possible. But nevertheless, I would then share that. But let me go over here and share this so everybody can see. And let's take a look at the list of things that actually exist, man. It's more than you would imagine, actually. Oh, I think I just pressed the right one. Let me go see if that is correct. And I got me a little list here. Let me come back over. Yeah, okay, it's working good. All right, so what I have here from Daily Meal, the ultimate guide to fast food mascots. Of course, we got the Colonel right there. And keep in mind, he wasn't an actual Colonel; he was a Kentucky Colonel, and he was on Little House on the Prairie. Therefore, it's official. Okay, now I'm going to go through them here, and you guys pipe up if you actually know any of these or have anything to say on it. We got Beaver from Bucky's. I've never heard of Bucky's.
Buc-ee's is a
Buc-ee's
gas
is a
station, though.
big yeah, but it's like a Walmart gas station. It's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
every
it's a gas station Walmart, yeah.
A
It's
g
huge.
a gas station Walmart, why would you need this?
it's like a truck stop mostly. So
Oh,
a
okay.
lot of people
Oh, okay.
you can stop there and get whatever you need on the road. And a lot of America's just farmland.
So it's a tr
So it's a
so it's a way station or a truck station,
yeah.
a
Similar,
There's
road
also
it's
like
station.
Love's, right? Like Love's is another one
I
yeah,
see.
like that. But
here
Bucky's is
here in the
real famous.
Midwest, we have, oh, shoot, what's it called? I can't remember, but it's almost exactly like a Buc-ee's. It's got about 100 pumps out front, and that's no exaggeration. They have a wall of jerky inside. They have a ice cream parlor inside, a coffee station inside. You know the sandwich making inside. They got
Mhm.
yeah, and then they got the little shops and coolers and all kinds of. It's crazy. Wally's. We have a couple of those in Illinois and Missouri.
Yeah, no, that it's interesting because a lot of the big countries in the world that have big distances between cities, what they do is they have little villages. The village still exists in most of the world, but America, we kind of killed the village, and that's why across the big chunk of middle America and of course out in the West, there's so many dead ghost towns that, at this point, there's
Mm.
probably mainly just foundations. You don't even see them as you drive by. But we've killed a lot of little villages, and I guess we had to replace it with beavers. All right.
There's even a Mexican uh, knockoff store in Mexico, a Bucky's. El Bukis.
A Boquis. That of course there is. Oh, Mexico. If we could go in there and kind of myrtlate all those cartels and let Mexico be an actual democracy, they might have some future.
It might be a
They
reality.
could be. But anyway,
There,
we got Big Bo Cuppy from Bojangles. Where's
that
JD?
looks nothing like JD.
It looks nothing at all like JD's. And I've never eaten a Bojangles. Anybody?
I have.
No.
My local used to have a local Bojangles until they shut down, and now we have what was it called?
Zaxby's?
Now we have Zaxby's, yeah. But we also had starts with an F. It's like an Italian restaurant,
Friendlies?
fast food.
Zoli's?
Fazoli's, that's the one.
Fanguli.
That's what.
Oh,
Zoli's is
hey.
like a fast food Italian.
Yeah. Of course, we have Bob's Big Burger with Big Boy, of course. And actually, this is the weird thing. In Japan, we do not have a Taco Bell, but you know what we do have? A Big Boy.
What do you have? A
Really?
big boy.
I
Big
have,
boy.
yeah, I've been to Big Boys in
Yo, big
America
boy.
and Japan, both. Yeah.
Because he
Big
looks animated.
round eye.
This one
Yeah, he
is,
looks like
yeah,
Astro Boy.
he does a little bit,
Mhm.
doesn't he? But yeah, good pancakes. Good pancakes. Big Zach, Little Zuzi, Zaxby's. You guys just mentioned it, but I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of
I
it.
love Zaxby's.
I'm from the West Coast, so
Zaxby's is all right. I've been there like once or twice.
All they have is chicken.
Oh, hey, well, there ain't
Chicken
nothing wrong with
strips.
that.
Chicken strips. You get chicken strips, chicken strip sandwich,
Where's
salad with chicken
JD
strips.
tonight?
I
If
know.
we
I
need
know, it's
Bojangles
JD night.
representation.
We do. Blaze and Bale, Buffalo Wild Wings. To be fair, I
Oh,
do like me some Buffalo Wild Wings.
oh, I thought their mascot was Chola getting beat up by her boyfriend in the parking lot.
Yeah, right, right. I've actually had that experience. Blimpy Bear from Blimpy. Blimpy sounds familiar though.
Yeah, it's like a sub shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got a bear. They got a
never heard
bear.
of that.
We got Bobby Bun from Schlotsky's. Never heard of it.
Never
It
heard
I
of
is
saw
it either.
one in
Sounds German.
Texas,
it is
so I know
creepy
they
as hell.
exist.
Well, there you go. It does exist. Bobby Bun. That's just something wrong about that. Hamburgers, I would assume. Chef Marco from Marco's Pizza. You ever heard of Marco's Pizza?
No, but he looks like one of the robots
Yeah.
from Chuck E. Cheese.
He does, doesn't he? He does. Yeah. I preferred Showbiz
Yeah,
Pizza.
Marcos.
Well, I have fond memories of Showbiz Pizza because that's where we had our breakdancing showdown competitions.
That's
I was,
where
I was the guy on the left, by the way.
What was the guy? The electric. What was the name of that band? The Electric
Boogaloos?
Fire, Electric Rocket Fire Explosion.
Oh.
That was the name of the animatronic band at Showbiz.
Oh, was
There was
it?
a
Oh,
gorilla on
all
the
right.
piano.
There you go. There you go. But Showbiz Pizza was better than Chucky's anyway. Chicken, just chicken from E Polo Loco, which Elrod loves. Is that lady?
Yep,
I
that's
think
her.
I think that's her.
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne's World. Yeah, I can't remember her name. She's like a kind of Latina
Tia Carrera.
Asian mix. Tia Carrera, that's her name. She was a hottie, dude. She still is.
Mm-hmm.
She still is. She aged. Looks like she's aged pretty well.
She has, yeah, pretty lady. Pretty lady.
Asian no
Hopefully,
raisin.
no, hopefully she's had a good life and had a bunch of kids. Chuck E. Cheese. Never
There he
went
is.
myself as a child. Probably didn't exist,
Really?
but I took my children to it though.
Okay.
Earl's Entertainment Cheese is his full name.
Is it?
Yeah, it was just as good as Showbiz when they first opened up, but they got cheap real quick. Then
No,
they bought all the
Showbiz is
show
better.
business. They bought the show business, and then show business became cheap, and they took out all the robots, and now everything sucks.
That's
Yeah.
too bad, dude. Because I didn't go as a kid. I went as a high school kid. I mean, I'm joking, but not joking. The only reason I ever went to showbiz is because that's where they had the dancing competitions. Seriously.
That's where they had all
And then
the
Chuck E.
arcade
Cheese.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese recently, like maybe not recently, but maybe 3 years ago or 2 years ago, were uh, accused of selling recycled pizzas.
Holy shit, that's
Yeah,
not good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I
I
didn't
heard
go to
about that.
Chuck E. Cheese until the very end of the 90s, and I took my kid, I think it was my daughter for her birthday. She wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I guess one of her friends had gone, so she had to go too. So I was all right, Chuck E. Cheese birthday. All right, what else we got here? We got Churchy from Church's Chicken. Now, I've said this before. I don't know what it's like now, but I went to a Church's Chicken, and it was way better than any of the other fast food chicken I had been to. Now, someone told me it's not the same as it used to be, but Church's Chicken when I was younger was badass.
The ones in California taste like supermarket fried chicken, so I don't like them.
Well, it sounds like the quality has dropped since I was a teenager. Because that's when I went. I was like a young adult or something like that. But Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was really juicy and delicious. Of course, it is heavily, heavily, heavily black oriented, and as you can see, marketed as well. But I didn't care about that. I mean, I lived in Manhattan, right? But I would take the subway up to Harlem and eat all the time, dude. The food's jamming. People seem to forget that Harlem is on the same island, you know. Colonel Sanders, of course, KFC. And to be fair, we don't have the mashed potatoes and gravy here. But
What?
Yeah, I know, dude.
What?
I miss it.
Oh,
Uh,
Weird.
but KFC, at least in Japan, is incredibly consistent, which is always a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Why is
Hmm.
Chick-fil-A's mascot simply cows?
so they
It's
say
a
eat more
joke,
chicken.
so they can eat more chicken. Yeah, that's a joke.
Oh, I get it. I've never
Yeah.
been to a
Eat more
Chick-fil-A.
chicken.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They have
Yeah, I
some good
like them.
cookies too.
Those cows also want you to pray the gay away.
Oh, fair
For
enough.
the gay. There you go.
What does Chick-fil-A, what is the cuisine? I mean, obviously it's chicken, but I mean,
Chicken sandwiches, chicken
chi-
strips,
That's
chicken
that's what
nuggets.
chicken.
Just chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, last
Chicken
during
is
the
the fruit
summer,
of the sea. You can bake
yes,
it, you can broil it.
fair enough.
back in the summer they had a chicken sandwich. You get spicy, and it had pimento cheese on the top.
I heard there was a battle some years back over chicken sandwiches, and Popeye won to the point that there were urbanites actually killing themselves to get in line, literally.
Yep.
It was a big ass. It's a whole breast. It was huge. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
but
were
I don't
like
know about death.
beating each other's ribs in for a chicken sandwich. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, urbanites. Anyway, Dennis the Menace, curly top from, of course, Dairy Queen. Now, I actually had Dairy Queen in my hometown growing up, so
Nice. They get some good
I've
ice
seen
cream.
some
yeah,
girls wearing dresses that fit like that.
yeah, that is true.
There's some.
Chester, was it
There's
one of the
some.
seasonal Dairy Queens?
No, it was all year round.
Oh, we had one in my hometown. It was only open during the summer.
It was right next to the bank, and they were able to share the gigantic parking lot that the bank had, which never made sense.
Ah,
hmm
Hmm.
And it was a good position because further up the road you had a McDonald's and a Burger King, literally with only a road entrance into the strip mall or the mall between them. Very competitive in my hometown. Very competitive. But Dairy Queen, of course, is some of the best shakes you can ever get, dude. Plain and simple. Frankie Frankster, Nathan's Famous. Now, Nathan's Famous hot dogs are really good. You guys ever had them?
yeah.
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 I think at least once I think.
Yeah, they're good.
That mascot though looks like he's not allowed to next to a school within 20 yards.
I would hope so. I would hope so. That's true. We got Fred the Baker from Dunkin' Donuts, of course. I remember Fred. This is going back,
Dunkin'.
but I remember Fred. He
But
made the donuts, dude.
Nice.
then he got fired and changed his name to Saddam Hussein and
Uh-huh.
was kind of a knucklehead after that.
A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. His
You
kids
got a
got
little
out of
Hitler
control,
mustache?
really. You got a little Hitler mustache. He was trying to bring it back. You're trying to bring it back. But I remember Fred. Those are funny commercials. Fudgy the Whale from Carvel.
Time to make the donuts.
Now Carvel is my home state. It's from Rhode Island. It's a Rhode Island thing. So in my hometown, we had a Carvel, of course. I don't know if any of you else know Fudgy the Whale though, or Carvel.
No.
No.
Heard of it,
No,
but
but
no. I didn't even know they had a
he's
whale.
adorable.
He is. And honestly, the ice cream at Carvel was really good, and their ice cream cakes absolutely ruled. They were really, really good. So but this is definitely my state thing. Happy Star from Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. bacon cheeseburgers are pretty good.
Yes,
I
yes, I agree. Yeah, Frisco bacon burgers now too. So
He's insisting you go, even though we're going to sit here and look at this because
It
this
is 20
fun.
after, so yeah, we
It
can go
is,
ahead and go.
You guys
Yeah.
can go.
I did. I have kazooed.
You have, but I'm going to continue
the zoo
anyway.
has spoken.
Yeah, it has. Doug says, I went to the original Nathan's, and the hype is not real, just tasty like a hot dog. Down here in Long Island, we have Carvels everywhere. Yeah, Carvels are great. In fact, I got one less than 2 minutes away. I'm jealous. Carvel's is a really good ice cream shop, dude. And like I said, their ice cream cakes are really good. They're way better than that Baskin Robbins place. Much
Dairy
more.
Queens are pretty good.
Yeah, Dairy Queens aren't bad. Dairy Queens aren't bad. Yeah, but it's somehow I don't know who the company was, but the people that bought Baskin Robbins, they've made it international. It's like cockroaches. You turn around, there's one. Yeah.
Oh really? Well, my local KFC has that problem.
Yeah, well, KFC. Well, yeah, well, I see what you're saying. KFCs are also found all over with Pizza Huts. They join them together, and I guess it's the same company that owns Taco Bell. Although I've never seen Taco Bell over here.
Yum Brands.
Yum Brands there, I guess. Yeah, that sounds very Korean. Blue Moon Cartoon says you can also buy Carvel products in about all the grocery stores here. Well, there you go. Carvel is really good, dude. We also have another kind of ice cream place in Rhode Island called Newport Creamery. That's really, really good. It actually is the best shakes, but seeing as it's so local, I didn't want to mention it. Dairy Queen does have, used to have, anyway, really good shakes. But Rhode Island, because Connecticut is famous because that's where the hamburger was created, right? So if you go to any little town or village in Connecticut, you're going to find their own type of hamburger. They're very competitive with each other. There's literally hundreds of different types of hamburgers in Connecticut. Rhode Island is more the ice cream capital. We have mainly hot dog wieners, soggies, that kind of stuff, and ice cream. Matter of fact, coffee ice cream was invented in Rhode Island.
Wiener.
I did. Dude, wieners are
Yeah,
good,
hot dog
man.
wieners.
Love me some wieners. But yeah, so and I'm sure I'm kind of curious what everybody's state is saying as far as this subject is, because I bet you most states have their thing that they've thrown into the food conversation, right? Anyway, Carl's Jr. or Hardee's. I didn't know those two were connected. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Carl's Jr. bought out Hardee's in the late 90s,
Did
early
they?
2000s.
Didn't know that. But of course, Jack in the Box. Their sourdough Jack is amazing, but you're also kind of gambling because you could get food poisoning at any second. So
You gotta get the ultimate
the,
cheeseburger.
Yeah, well, it's not bad, but that sourdough Jack was something special. I remember it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
Matt Cowell thing they had almost killed him. Oh no!
Yeah, baby.
Oh, no, not
Yeah,
Jared.
baby. Someone better give me a Jared today. I want me a Jared.
Oh no!
Oh no.
He better be in a blender.
hmm I still don't know exactly what he did. Was it actually criminal, or was it like with some 17-year-old girl or some dumb shit like
No.
that?
Oh, it was criminal.
No.
It was criminal.
Like
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was worse
14 and
than that.
Yeah, that's a bit young. That's a bit young. but anyway, that was hilarious. But of course, Subway is still going strong. They have them here in Japan, and they're pretty good. I like it. I always get a tuna sub on a toasted sesame seed bun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
home of the $15 footlong now.
Oh no, it's not. It's not
15
that much. It's like
Oh, it is here.
$15
it's like
$15 foot
$8,
long.
$7 here, something like that.
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, it used to be the $5 footlong, but then whew,
Yeah,
Yeah.
inflation.
but they are good though. I mean, I understand that I'm sitting in a place where all the workers take their job seriously, no matter what it is. So that benefits me. But I bet you there's some good subways in America still.
I like Penn
Burger is.
Station and Firehouse subs quite a bit.
Oh yeah, Quiznos used
And
to be really good.
Jersey Mike's is pretty good.
What happened to Quiznos?
Oh yes.
The Spunk Monkeys, that's what happened to them.
That doesn't help me at all.
I remember those
You'll
things.
see. You'll see what I'm drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Jolly Bee. I've never heard of it.
Quiznos is still actually around. In
Are
fact,
they?
I went last week to one near me because I like their God, what is it? It's like a prime rib. It's rosemary something beef sandwich. It's just
Ooh.
it's freaking spectacular.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was in Hawaii. If I wanted a grinder, I go to Quiznos. But anyone heard of Jolly Bee?
Yeah, I live like 20 minutes from the headquarters here.
What is it?
They're a Filipino run Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So they got like spaghetti there too, with sugar. It's kind of weird, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Filipinos. But yeah, the Philippines is a weird place, man, because they are really sweet people, actually. The Filipinos are really nice people.
Oh yeah, they're
They're
great.
incredibly hardworking people. But they're dirt damn poor. I mean, so much of Southeast Asia has been coming up, raising, mainly Thailand, but everybody's coming up. But they just can't seem to get past it. They just get too much damn corruption in that government, man. And they have a bit of a Muslim problem too. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. I don't get it with the Filipinos because, like I said, I met a whole bunch of them. Worked with a whole bunch of them. They're really nice people, but they got something going on over there. I don't know what it is. There's something inside the culture, or there's something over there that's just absolutely haunting them. I don't know what it is, but I do like them though. Some cute girls come out of there too.
No.
Yeah, the king.
The singer,
just kidding.
the singer from Journey
Uh-huh.
is Filipino.
Well, yeah, and
Steve
he sounds
Perry.
pretty good.
Current one, yeah.
Oh no, not Steve Perry, some new guy. Yeah, no,
No, Steve Perry. Yeah.
there's that famous YouTube guy from the Philippines that gets up there and does little musical comedy stuff. Can't remember his
They
name, but
love
he's
they
amazing.
love
I think
Carrie.
that's where Journey found this guy was on YouTube.
Oh, was it? Maybe this guy I'm talking about because he's an amazing singer. I mean, absolutely
Arnell
outstanding.
something, I think, something like that.
And he was funny too. Anyway, of course, Burger King, obviously. We have Crystal Critters from Crystal. Oh, I actually remember these. Yeah,
I've never even heard of crystals.
it's White Castles. It's just the southern version of White Castles.
No, it is not.
Have you eaten both?
I've eaten both.
Oh,
Crystals suck.
see, now the thing is even though I'm from the north, I've never been to a White Castles.
Good God.
I never have.
I like crystals, by the way.
I like Crystals. Yeah, they're little
I like
teeny
their-
square hamburgers. They're great.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got Checkers too down in the south. That
I grew up with them too.
it was pretty good. Still got Checkers down there?
Yeah, it's also known as
Yes,
rallies.
yes, I do.
Oh, yeah, Rally. Yeah. They had a kind of a speedway theme. Yeah, that's true. Little Caesar, of course.
Oh yeah.
Pizza.
The person who founded that, I think, was a Marine.
Was it? That's
Yeah.
interesting. It's from Garden City, Michigan. Says here.
Well, actually, they're headquartered down in Detroit. I nearly ended up working for them.
Oh wow. There you go. Well, I mean, I
Little
worked.
Caesar's very popular here in Tennessee, so
Well, we
Yeah,
all
since
have
you
our
like
high
our
school
pizza, but
jobs.
what are your kazoo skills?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you guys been in Little Caesars lately, and they have those like warming where you can like
Yeah,
order it and
yeah.
they slip it into a. They were looking at me to integrate those into the system that they were developing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. So actual working for them, not working there. I get it. Yeah, I've never eaten at Little Caesars. I have no idea what it tastes like. Um,
It's very, 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 very affordable pizza, if that tells you everything.
it should.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, but you get take the other thing is that the crazy bread is carbohydrate crack.
oh, fair,
It literally is.
fair.
If
It
Um,
is.
you eat,
Their Detroit
I've eaten at.
style pizza is pretty good.
well, I
It
mean,
takes you a
I'm
few days to
biased.
be able to poop it out. Just to
Oh
say,
God, that's not good. White Castle burgers with chicken rings, yum, says Dump's the name. Fair enough. The thing with that I was a bit surprised with when I was living. I'm from New England, so best pizza in the world. I mean, I'm spoiled. But when I lived in Hawaii, they had various different pizza shops, of course. But the one I went to consistently was Domino's because it was the best. And then Domino's came here to Japan a few years ago because they have Pizza Hut and it's meh. It's the best pizza you get in Japan, but Japan's not a pizza place. But Domino's came and said, oh, Domino's is definitely better than Pizza Hut. Dude, something happened to Domino's. It has gone downhill like crazy. That is crap pizza. What the hell happened?
Wait, what pizza?
corporatism, man.
What was that?
I was
Domino's.
asking what
It's
pizza. Oh yeah, Domino's. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Domino's.
corporatism.
Yeah, yeah.
All their doughs come from a freezer. Like that's what happens.
Yeah, it
I
used to
didn't
be
know
good.
that.
Yeah, they don't make anything in house. Like Pizza
I'm a
Hut's the
Papa
same way.
John's
It's a
guy.
bunch of crap.
Yeah, it's
Always
unfortunate.
want to go to a mom and pop.
Yeah,
Papa
no,
John's, they make their
yeah.
pizzas.
Papa John's, I've
Papa
never.
John's.
I think I have eaten Papa John's once. But like I said, I come from a place where you would never go to a fast food pizza because, like, throw a rock, you're going to hit a pizza joint. I mean, pizza
Mm.
grinder joints are everywhere where I come from. It's the main food. Long John Silver's been several times as a kid, of course.
I've never
I don't
been
know if
there
they still
actually.
exist.
It's just greasy fish and French fries.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like fish sticks and
yeah, it's
crap
not
too.
good.
Yeah, the
Okay, now
fish
I'm going to
tastes like the
defend.
chicken. The chicken tastes like the fish, and the shrimp tastes
Yep,
like the fish too.
that is true.
I'm going to defend.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to defend Long John Silver's here. Number one, I really love their chicken, and number two, those hush puppies again,
Ah,
carbohydrate crack.
they are good. No, the Hush Puppies are good. He's right. But it's a great place for
Well,
kids,
that's
though.
indeed.
It's like McDonald's. I mean, as an adult, why would you go to McDonald's when there's a Burger King or something else around you, right? And of course, you could find a mom and pop, go to that. But as a kid, though, you want to go to McDonald's because it's way more fun. And of course, Long John Silver's is great for kids. It's fun.
I like Captain D's.
I've
Captain
never
D's,
heard of
yeah.
that.
Their hush puppies, their chicken, their fish. Whew. Oh yeah.
Now, down in the
You can get
South,
a
go ahead.
sorry, I was so there. You can get like a platter of just fish and chicken strips and hush puppies and
Mm,
fries, and
oil.
wow, it'll fill you up real quick.
Lots of oil. Yeah. I remember down in the South, there was a restaurant I went to quite often. There were two of them. One was called Kenny Rogers, and the other one was Po' Boys. And they actually sold Po' Boys. It was pretty good.
Oh, cool.
And Kenny
Oh
Rogers,
boy.
don't knock it. His rotisserie chicken was pretty damn good, dude.
I always
Always
heard it
wanted
was
to
good. I
try
never
it,
got
but
to try it. Yeah.
yeah, always live too far away from one.
Melvin and Elmo Einstein Brothers Bagels. Now, first of all, it's good to see the Jews getting represented. See that doesn't happen hardly ever. Um, um, but bagels are awesome. I do love me some bagels. There is very
And
little.
I think they're New Yorkers. So
Yeah, no, I know. I've
yeah.
been to an Einstein Bagels, dude.
Okay.
I like a blueberry bagel.
That's the joke I'm making because you walk into Einstein, it's just Jew galore. It's like carbon copied Adam Sandler.
I will say the best bagels I ever had were in New York.
Oh, they are. They're killer. Yeah, no, the Jewish community in New York does bang out some pretty good food. But I'm telling you what, there is not a much better breakfast food than a berry bagel with egg sausage sandwich with
I like
cheese.
an Asiago bagel.
Nah, I'm telling you,
Hmm.
dude, those it's like one of those made in heaven combinations. It's so good. And there was a little place down on just south of Greenwich Village before you got to Chinatown. There was a well, I don't know if it's still there, but there was like this little mom and pop place, and they made great bagels. They were, of course, Jewish proprietors, but they made those little berry bagels, and they would make breakfast sandwiches. They started diversifying out into breakfast, other types of breakfast food, and man, that's like you gain 10 pounds a month on that.
Ooh.
Really good.
Mm.
But New York is some of the best food in the world, right?
Right,
Mr.
right.
Delicious Rax. I've never heard of Rax.
What? I've
Oh,
never seen that in my
Rax was
life.
great.
Rax roast beef. Never heard of it.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And they had a salad bar.
And a salad bar. Wow, that just seals the deal.
Yeah.
But it's some kind of roast beef. I do like roast beef. Mr.
They're out of
This
business.
Og.
Okay.
actually that Rax.
Yeah.
There's a video about how they basically destroyed themselves through their advertising.
How do you do that? Where did they go woke? No. All right, fine. I'll just leave that there.
No, I think they went out of business.
No,
before
what
Woke
happened?
was
What
a thing.
happened was that their ads, like this ad right here, it had absolutely nothing to do with their
Product.
food. So they were so bizarre and sometimes counterproductive that it ended up destroying the company. It ended up destroying the company.
It's an adult fast food place. Well, to be fair,
There's a video on it. You find it on YouTube. It's very interesting.
yeah, I think
Interesting to
it's
watch.
kind of right here. No, 13-minute promotional video. But that's not the same thing. But to be fair, when I was a kid, like my dad and the older men at the time, for them, fast food was for kids. It wasn't an adult thing. That was their mentality. It was their mentality of that generation. So he was trying to convince them that no, it can be for you too, and it just was probably bad timing. Anyway, Mr. Og or Mr. OG maybe. Krispy Kreme. Did you go ghetto? Krispy Kreme, did you go ghetto? Hmm. Anyway, Krispy Kreme. I don't know what. As far as the donuts, I've only seen a couple mom and pop donuts that were really, really good. So you're kind of stuck with Best Eaten, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kremes, Bear Claw. Any other donut shops?
Well, I don't fit
In
in
Tennessee, there's
with.
a thing called Donut Country. So
Donut Country. What were you saying there, honey?
We have a place up in Mineola called Donut King.
Donut King.
Um, Donut King. Yeah, it's a franchise. I think it's pretty much the only one in the country. The other ones are in Australia. If I'd
Yeah,
love to get confirmation from Amron to
we
find
have
out
donut.
how it's
Yeah,
true.
we have Donut King here.
That's
Oh,
what he had for
really?
breakfast.
No, it's nowhere near me. They're pretty rare. They're not exactly everywhere.
Yeah.
We have Krispy Kreme shops around the place. Yeah.
Well, here in Japan they have Mr. Donuts, but if I come across a Krispy Kreme or I've never seen a Dunkin' Donuts in Japan. But for me, the Dunkin' Donuts blueberry glazed is the best of fast food donuts, from in my opinion. Bear Claw's better.
Blueberry.
I do
No,
like that
blueberry
donut.
donut is the best donut.
It is killer, dude.
Yes.
It is killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's killer.
Now
Um,
we have the last Mr. Donut in America, just one town over from me,
oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, that's
because it was
interesting.
bought by out of country
Oh, I see.
financiers, and that's the only one left.
But yeah, the honestly, up in Boston or in Massachusetts, they had a chain called Bear Claw we had a couple in Rhode Island as well. That it's better, but it was smaller and more mom and pop-ish. So of course, I guess it would be better. But their actual Bear Claw at Bear Claw, it wasn't called Bear Claw. It was called Honey Bears. Sorry. But their Bear Claw was ridiculously good. I do love that if it's done right.
Mm.
Yeah. Mr. Slice from Papa John's. That doesn't seem real to me. I thought Papa John had Popeye.
What? Nah, well,
Papa
Mr.
got
Slice
kicked
probably.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
fair.
Mr. Slice doesn't say the N word.
Oh
Yeah.
no, fair enough.
Papa got
Alright.
in trouble.
Mr. Wimpy from Wimpy's. Now I recall Wimpy's, but I didn't know that they were still in business.
I don't know if there's many left.
I've heard of
Yeah.
them, but I never seen them.
It's a hamburger joint out of the Popeye comic books from the 30s. Yeah.
But you think Wimpy would be the actual mascot?
Yeah, well, you would think, but they probably didn't have the rights to it.
Probably not.
Yeah, the Noid, of course, Domino's. But like I said, Domino's used to be pretty good. Now it's absolute trash. Trash.
Yeah.
Oven Mitt from Arby's.
Eh,
That why?
We
Why?
got the
How is it not the
meats.
hat?
You get the meats. I used to like Arby's. No, that was Hardee's breakfast sandwiches were really good.
Homemade biscuits. They made
Yeah,
them
homemade
fresh every morning.
biscuits,
Oh
man,
yeah,
they were good.
yes.
That's where I
They
worked.
still
Was
do.
Hardee's through high school.
Now I didn't even know this was the thing. Pinky the Spoon, Coney, Baskin Robbins. I didn't know they had a mascot.
Right?
These things are all over the planet now. You know, they're everywhere,
I
dude.
thought their mascot was a dwarf woman with 4 kids.
Probably, yeah. I mean, their ice cream for being the mega chain that it is. To be fair, their ice cream is fair enough, man. It's fine. I mean, because I'm
I always
telling you,
remember.
the number of restaurants they have around the world is insane, dude. I've actually been to like the countryside of Thailand, and there was a frickin' Baskin Robbins.
Way to go, guys.
Always
So,
remember Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald and Don Rickles is yelling at Artie Lang. He's I heard you went to Baskin Robbins. I heard they're down to 5 flavors. Gives himself fat.
oh, that's mean. Pizza Pete, of course, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut is the other option I have here in Japan, and it's bearable.
It's not like it used to be.
No, but it's about the best I get. Of course, Popeyes, and Popeye is the
That chicken from Popeyes.
yeah, and their chicken's fine. Um,
Chicken.
Queenie Bee, and Andy Dandletail from Burger Queen, druthers. I have no
Is
clue.
anyone actually drawing? Because no
Yes.
one is
I'm
streaming
drawing.
at all.
Oh,
No one
I
is
am
streaming.
So sorry.
Oh, what? Oh, shoot.
Well, I'm not looking
I'm-
at
I'm
you,
drawing.
so yeah. You know.
There we go. There we go.
I haven't even started anyway. So
Raisin-
We're just looking at
I don't know
mascot.
what I'm doing.
Raisin Cane. Never heard of it. What do they make? Chicken finger.
It's
Why?
exactly the same as Zaxby's, but they're not related in any way. The menu is almost identical. But one started like 2 years before the other. Yeah,
Why
we got
is-
canes around here.
Why is chicken fingers a thing, dude?
I don't know. It's chicken strips. I mean, they're really good. I love them. I go there anytime I can.
Yeah, Cane's pretty good. They're spicy. Their sauce is what makes it. They have a really good
Yeah, the sauce, and the Texas toast,
Yeah, I heard they're pretty good.
French
Yeah, see,
fries.
When I was a kid, I went to fast food stuff, but as an adult, I hardly ever go fast food, dude.
But anymore, it's
Big for me. Super rare.
you might as well go to a restaurant. You're going to spend as much as a fast food joint now.
Yeah, I
Well,
just cook for myself, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do go out to eat all the time, but I live in Japan. It's different. They don't have the fast food situation here. It just isn't the same as the States. Let's see. The Rock-afire Explosion. You were right. Showbiz Pizza.
There you are.
Very nice.
That's my dude.
Ronald McDonald and the McDonaldland characters. Fair enough. That's a very gay looking Ronald you got there. Okay.
Grown man in a clown suit in a parade? No.
No, they back in the 70s, 80s, they had a Ronald that was cool. It worked. This is
He's
not.
that dude is considered like the definitive Ronald because they've had many, but the
Yeah,
guy from the '80s, '90s, he's known as like the definitive Ronald.
yeah,
Like
because he pulled it off. Yeah, Rudy the Great Root Beer Group Bear from A&W. Of course, I know this. I love their cream soda. Scoopy and Curtis from Culver's. All right. The Siren from Starbucks, of course. Smoothie King from never heard of it. A Sparky from Firehouse Sub. Someone mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Their mascot sucks. All right. Sponge Monkeys Quizno. Yeah.
Spung. It's not sponge. It's spung. I watched a video earlier on it. It's commonly
Spung
referred
Monkeys.
to as sponge, but spung.
Spung Monkeys. Yeah, I remember that stupid commercial. Taco Bell Chihuahua. My kids love this Chihuahua. Yo quiero Taco
Yo
Bell.
quiero Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm. Tom Tom the Panda Express. Uh,
I like me some Panda Express.
yeah, but Tom Tom means in Chinese it means to like to squish or to squash.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Don't squash the panda. That's probably not very tasty at all. I tell you what, the orange chicken at was it orange chicken or was it
Yeah,
something like
it's
an orange
orange
chicken was pretty badass. I remember that.
Squash the Panda sounds like a Peter Gabriel song.
Twisty Auntie's Ann's. Never heard of it.
Oh, they got some good pretzels.
All right.
They even have hot dogs inside a pretzel.
Dude, you must live in a place that
Mascot a
is
blue
nothing
waffle? What's going on
but
there?
fast food. Eric.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is St. Louis fallen to the fast food mafia or something?
Well, okay, the Panda Expresses mostly were in malls. They have their own restaurants now. The Auntie Anne's or Auntie Anne, whatever pretzels, they're usually in malls.
Interesting. What a guy. What a burger.
I used to have one in my
Eh,
Walmart, but they shut down for some reason. I don't know why, but
Interesting.
they had good pretzels last time I was there.
Huh. Of course, I've been outside of America for 30 years, dude. You know, the thing is, I've lived more of my life outside of the country than inside now. I've gotten to that point. Yeah. And another thing that's kind of weird for me is I have no experience living an adult life in America
Hmm.
as an adult, right? My adult years have been all outside of America. It's my childish years that were in America. It's a bit sad, really.
I'll visit like in 2 years.
What do you say?
I'm visiting like in 2 years.
Yeah, no, it sounds like
Until
it's
all those
getting better.
chickens come back.
Well, I mean, I love the fact that the Biden administration just kills hundreds of millions of chickens, and then immediately day one of Trump, just after inauguration, the Democrats start throwing well, the price of eggs isn't better. I was like,
Yes.
uh-huh. Yeah. But I mean, goodness gracious, from afar over here, it looks to me that the Democratic Party has literally melted themselves. I mean, seriously, I kind of feel like there is no more Democratic Party and somebody's going to have to rebuild something else. Is that true? It feels like that from over here.
Yeah, I feel the same way honestly because I mean, especially what happened like what was it 2 days ago or a day ago about with the State of the
Yeah,
Union
the
address.
speech.
That was not a State of the Union, by the way. That was a
Well, anyway,
joint session of Congress.
well, anyway, the just the way they treated like for instance the young black kid
Yeah.
that wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
How dare he?
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, the
Traitor.
presidents always do that, whether they be at joint sessions or they be, State of the Union addresses. They always do that, and that's fine. Now, Trump's administration laid a trap for him with that boy, but at the same time, why not honor that boy? It's a cool story, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, all the other people they didn't bother to clap or stand for, which has nothing to do with Trump or his politics.
Literally, yeah.
Absolute morons. And of
Dude,
course,
the guy who got
Yeah.
saved from a Russian prison.
oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, and of course Lincoln Riley family and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. And then you got that guy that wannabe. What's who is that guy Eric that used to do all the boxing promotions? Don King. That wannabe
Okay.
Don King guy. Yep. No, seriously, you listen to him speak. He does that. I'm here to speak of a Kai about on the situationization that is, he does like that. He makes up words like Don King does. I'm like, you
Yeah.
moron. He's trying to be like
Oh yeah.
a black Don King preacher guy. And it's like, Jesus, man. But there's a lot of ghetto in the Congress right now with the Democrats. What's up with that? Why is
I have
ghetto
no
getting
clue.
elected? I mean, don't they have black representation that's not ghetto?
Did you see that video by that Texas senator?
Oh,
The what's the
super
name?
ghetto, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a new video
Was
that she posted up, and it's like, yeah, pretty cringe.
Yeah, I don't
was a
get
thing
that.
where George was funding a lot of the most leftist people in the U.S. for this very reason, because destroy the country.
Well, that's true. And of course,
he would pit the two of the most crazies against each other, and the craziest guy would win.
sure. But yeah, it's not good, dude. And fair enough. They've lost their way. The Democrats. There's no moderate position anywhere with them, and that's, of course, you can't sustain that. But anyway,
They have
Whataburger.
a
I never
huge
heard of it.
social media following, though.
Yeah, but dude,
Whataburger is like Texas' staple.
I
Isn't
see.
it? Is that Marky Mark Wahlberg? Did he start that?
Oh, that's a
Wahlburger.
that's a Wahlburger.
It's a Wahlburger. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought the same thing because we stopped at a Whataburger just outside Nashville. I was not greatly impressed with it.
I've never
It's
had
all
it.
right.
But I do
Some
know
people like it.
uh,
They're okay though.
they're okay. Yeah. But I
Yeah.
do know, as far as the political thing goes, that the polls from companies that always cheat in the Democrats' favor, always, are showing 70+% numbers for Trump in almost every category. And these people always cheat toward the Democrats, these polls. These, like CBS, for instance. CBS always leans Democrat, right? ABC, right? Etc.
Yeah.
And even though they always skew their polls toward the Democrats, Trump is still getting 76%, 67%. It's insane numbers, dude. The country is 100% saying, we're done with it. It's very clear.
Yeah, it's too big for them to lie about it.
It is, dude. Of course, Wendy's designed after his child. Neither one of these is his child, and I'm not going to be mean, but Dave's kid is. They cheated here with the artist. She's not that cute at all. She's,
Oh,
she's
like a
rather
dead
unattractive.
man while he's down.
Yeah, well, just it is what it is.
Well, they want people to eat their burgers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And there's the last one, of course, Wendy's. But that was a pretty good list, man. That was a pretty good list. I like that list. And it's probably not complete, even though it says ultimate guide. I imagine there are other things that are. Of course, this one is just talking about fast food in general. But yeah, that was fun. So let me come back and see if these guys are actually doing their job. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, let's see here. We
Busy.
have Amron is
Everyone, the
doing
boss is
something.
coming. Look like you're busy.
Yeah, look like you're busy. Amron's doing something cute. I've never seen Amron do cute before.
It's
Or
Wendy's because they had the very first Wendy's restaurant opened on the Gold Coast, and currently Gold Coast are in the firing line of the cyclone that's happening.
right,
That's
they
coming
are.
in.
I've seen the news on
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
she's like right in the middle of it.
I see. I thought that was just her O face.
It is her O face.
Oh, I see. All right, cool. There you go. I knew I could try. I know I had faith in you. I could rely on you there, Amron.
That's her
But yeah,
Baconator face.
ooh.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
love the Baconator.
But
Oh
yeah, I've been
yes.
seeing the cyclone news for
Baconator.
you. You know the thing that's kind of funny. It's not funny, but it's interesting. Is for Americans because our hurricanes start in very hot, shallow water, and then almost immediately it hits us, right? And therefore, the wind speed that we get hit by is absolutely insane, right? It's way more than anyone else gets hit by. But we usually don't get hit with a heavy amount of rain unless it stalls for a while. But over here in the Pacific, of course, there's plenty of typhoon, cyclone, whatever you want to call it, banging around. But they rarely get much faster than like 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour. I think the fastest one I've ever seen was about 100 miles and 110 miles an hour. And for them, it's a big deal. Of course, they get hit with ridiculous amounts of water, right? Where we don't have to deal with that. But I mean, we have, for Omron's sake here, in America, we get hit with hurricanes that are like 300-kilometer-an-hour winds, dude.
Yeah,
Just
the cyclone that's incoming, it's a category 2, which is like around roughly just over 100 kilometers an hour winds.
yeah, yeah. But the rain
So
it brings is insane, though. That's the
nothing.
danger for you. Whereas for us, it's just the wind literally rolls cars down the street. It's just
Yes.
interesting. It's the same type of weather, but because of our
Yeah,
positions are different, they affect us very differently.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the rain from cyclones and typhoons can be really bad, dude.
Yep.
So,
People are going crazy thinking it's the end of the world.
have they never experienced a cyclone before?
Probably not.
Really? You guys don't get hit by them regularly?
No,
No?
no.
Really? Okay.
We get wild weather, but it's not always cyclones. We don't get like how you get hurricanes nearly every year.
Oh yeah, no,
Well, hopefully,
America gets hammered.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. Hopefully, no like single person goes through a lot of tornadoes all the time. That would be terrible.
It would be unfortunate, but it does happen.
Mhm.
The tornado is a little different because it's just like the finger of God instead of the entire gigantic hand of God. Yeah, tornadoes are bad. I've seen several of them in my life, actually. I've even seen water
Ooh.
spouts.
I feel like that might. Wait, were you on a boat when that happened, or were you safely on land?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I was
So
in a
very cool and
sailboat
also
too,
very
which
sorry.
isn't cool because
Oh,
there's no way you're out running that crap.
it's just a big spinning
Yeah, just turn
water
right or
thing.
left and get at it. The closest one
It just sounds
I've seen
like
though, the water spout was I was on the causeway between Mobile, Alabama, and Fairway or
I don't
Fairhope,
know why
Fairhope.
it's funny to think of there being boats out in Alabama, but yeah, I guess so. It's just
Mobile Bay is
I don't think of that
gigantic.
as being a big attraction. Right,
It
sure.
was the capital of the Confederacy for a reason. Um,
Very
uh,
cool.
yeah, no, it's a huge, huge bay. But yeah, there's a causeway that goes across the entire bay. It's very, very long. And Of course, I had family living in Mobile area, that county area, and I had my grandfather over in Fairhope, so I would travel across it many
Is
times
that where Forrest is from?
for it. I don't think maybe he's from
Forrest Gump.
yeah, Forrest Gump. They did mention Biloxi, so maybe he's down from that area. Yeah, we got Leonard Skinner down in that area, of course. A lot of Vietnamese.
Not Leonard Skinner.
Really?
When I was a
Hmm.
kid, there was a lot of them. Yeah. And it was funny because when I lived in the South, the blacks and the whites kind of have a general deal where they stay away from each other. They intentionally segregate each other from each other. I don't know how it is now, but that's how it was when I was a kid. And occasionally things would flare up, but they all seem to agree to hate on the Asians. That was like a general agreement. And there were no Latino types
Strange.
anywhere near. But of course, I was an idiot kid from the north, and I made mistakes and made friends with black kids and yellow kids. I mean, what was I even thinking?
What was
How
wrong
dare
with
you.
I
you?
know, such an idiot, such an
We're
idiot.
we're definitely a lot better now. There,
Well,
you have those areas, the certain like small town areas that may or may not have races in it, but
right.
we're better though.
Yeah,
We're a lot better.
you don't understand what I'm saying, Jason. It was
Mm.
actually far less racism in the South than in the North. The Northerners are
Mhm.
just
Oh,
rabidly racist, particularly black people. The black people in the
Oh, you're
the,
talking
the
about the
Mid
north.
East
Okay.
and the North are the most racist humans I've ever seen in my life. The blacks in those
Dear.
areas. They're really bad. Now, the Midwest tend to be pretty chill people, from what I understand. And the Californians or the West Coast people are just, kale chewers. So, um, but no, I
Interesting.
mean, the Southern people, when I was young, of course, segregation was just beginning, right? When I was a kid, right?
Right.
Oh.
They would segregate themselves, but there was rarely any violence. But in the North, it was just full on gang war.
Mm.
I found the
Yeah, that's
original
true.
picture of the original Wendy's. Wendy.
Yeah,
They like to
Oh,
get on
really?
to us a lot about
Oh
racism,
yeah.
but
it's not looking.
they never, they never, they always, they
oh my
always
God.
get on the South for being so racist, but no.
I'm trying to think of who that looked
She
like.
Yeah, I mean,
she doesn't have eyebrows.
He looks
no,
like
not
Chris
really.
Farley in a Wendy's wig.
She's a ginger. Not, and of course, as she gets older, it doesn't get better, but that's okay. She probably a really nice girl, I imagine.
I'm
Uh,
sure she is.
yeah, I'm sure. But not much of a looker. But who cares? He loved his daughter. That's all that matters, and
Of
that's
course he
wonderful.
does.
Just
Mhm.
the art the fan art that appears when you Google search.
Yeah, well, I mean, because she's
Don't do it.
not a
Don't do it.
looker. Yeah,
Don't do it.
She looks
people are
like
mean.
she looks like one of those JD Vance memes.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little
You
bit.
seen those
Yeah.
JD Vance memes that are going around?
Oh, JD's getting some love, huh? But yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, actually,
Well, she
this.
doesn't look much different now. I mean, just older. I found a picture of
Yeah.
her.
Oh my boy, she's eating too many Wendy's. You're eating too much of yourself, there, lady. Cut back.
Get away from
Uh,
my baconator.
Actually, Jason,
Ooh,
the only thing in the
Baconator.
South I really, really didn't like, of course,
She has
being a
eyebrows.
Marvel.
northern kid, it was
The humidity.
the whole race thing was a bit of a shock. The way they did it was different. And it wasn't until I was older that I could see the violence in the North because I was just a kid. But
Right.
Right.
You would
um,
notice it.
the only thing that I really didn't like about the South that I noticed as a kid, I didn't care for the food much, but that's just preference. But
What the
Mm.
hell?
It's just preference. It's not any doesn't mean anything. But the one thing I really didn't like is because as a kid, kids pay attention a lot more than adults think they do, right? And when you
Mm.
have an absolute nerd like myself that is obsessed with the color of shoes and shirts and how many men and women are in a room and all those other kind of weird things that my brain does, I'm more observant than I should be. And I paid attention to everything all the time. And this is what I noticed. It was very common thing for a group of people to be chatting, particularly women, and then someone leave the group to go do something else, and immediately the group started talking about the person who was just there.
Oh, that's every
Mm.
Oh.
church.
It was not
Yeah.
where I lived. I didn't observe that at
Oh,
all where I lived up in the north, up in New England. It was quite,
yeah.
it was as
Mm.
none of it. Now, of course, now
That's
that I've gotten
gossipy.
older and I've seen that that is a human trait, But that was something, that kind of two-faced thing in the South, I noticed very, very shockingly, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a problem that we
yeah.
still do it too. So, but
To be fair, it
it's
was mainly the women that were doing it, but
yeah, it's mostly the women. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, I didn't care for that very much.
Every fourth year,
What was that?
Hmm.
every
Hmm?
14-year-old girl I grew up, you know,
Oh, fair. You were a 14-year-old girl, and now you've grown up. That's good. It's good to hear.
yeah, when I was, yeah, of course. I was Wendy. That was me in that
That was
picture.
you.
You guys
That was
offended
you.
me.
I'm glad. So
Oh, you?
you transitioned, huh? Good
Wow.
for you. Good for you.
Good for you. Good
Yeah,
for you,
good for
man.
you. Good for you.
There's the
Um,
hormones transitioned me. I didn't choose to.
mhm.
He
Although,
changed his name to
Too many
Wendy from
hamburgers?
Juanita.
oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Juanita.
Juanita.
Juanitas.
Juanitas, yeah. But to be fair, I have seen it, this activity with humans all over the place, of course, at varying degrees. But to be completely fair with it, though, here in Japan, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
doesn't
there's no
Oh,
gossiping
exist.
over there?
It's, of course, women gossip. It's built into your DNA. But it's a different type of gossip. It's certainly it, but then again, in Japan, politeness is enforced by culture,
Mhm.
and that would be incredibly rude. And one of the more important things here in Japan is personal privacy, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
it's ensconced in the culture itself. And the Japanese are some of the most stubborn humans you'll ever run into, right? Um,
So, how does community fare relative then to places where, let's say, gossip is more common?
well, once again, it's an enforced thing. Like here, because there are some lessons the West could learn from the Japanese, to be fair. And there's some things they could learn from us, right? But this particular question you're asking, I think we should learn from them because, like, one of the things that they do is there'll be many times a year here in my little village where
Mhm.
each area will go out and clean up. They'll clean up the sides of the road.
Oh,
Of course, they don't litter much, but they'll clean it up.
mm,
They'll trim the trees. They'll clean this or that. They'll plant flowers or
awesome.
whatever. They'll spend an entire day or even two working on it several
Oh,
times a year. And the rule is very simple. There must be one person from each household go. That's it,
okay.
right? And of course, they do that. You also have the Hancho and the Han in general. And of course, you guys know that is from the Korean War. Hancho meaning boss. And it does mean that, but it means more like community boss. And
Hmm.
I've been Hancho several times because only a
Hmm.
man could be a Hancho, right? Which is weird,
Okay.
but it is what it is. I always kind of gloat over my wife. I am the Hancho. Go do the
Hunchos.
work, woman. It's great. But what they
Mhm.
do is in your area, they will assess the cost for flowers and the little park you'll have and the what's the electrical cost. They do all the assessment. They break it down
Mhm.
perfectly, and each household pays whatever few dollars a month it costs to maintain all of that stuff. So everyone
Mhm.
pays toward that. Everyone goes out and does the work themselves. We don't have janitors in schools or places. The workers and the students do the cleaning, et cetera, et
Hmm.
cetera. They don't have cafe ladies in the schools. They'll have companies that will produce the food locally, bring it in. It'll be like in these kind of big, stainless steel pots and stuff. The kids go through rotation where they put little server clothing on, uniforms on, and they'll go around and serve all the other students, and they rotate it from
How neat.
over the year. This is
Mm,
Japanese culture in every way. This exists. And what that does, of course, is create responsibility in the
mhm.
individual, but it also creates community.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
And when they have things like an
Yeah, that's neat.
obon, which obon is basically a Samhain or Halloween, a traditional version of it, of course. And but it's a as with Samhain, it's a Day of the Dead festival that the Mexicans have taken it and twisted it into something weird and Catholic, but it's basically coming from the same place. But it's all about honoring the dead. So they go of course, in the afternoon to the grave sites, and they clean them, and they do all kind of
Hmm.
stuff. Then at nighttime, it's kind of like a little festival where they dance and they sing. Sometimes they have
Hmm.
little games. But if you don't go to the Obon Dori, which is the Obon dance, at least someone from your household isn't there, it's considered very disrespectful to the dead.
Hmm.
So therefore, it's always full of people. Now the younger generation is becoming lighter and lighter, but I have a feeling we're going to have a
Okay.
return to Jesus here very soon. So,
Nice.
Good. Good. Good.
well,
That's really
everybody's
cool,
getting a
though.
return to Jesus. It is cool, because
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I think people are realizing, because there's two mistakes that happen, and it's cyclical. If you study history, you'll understand this. Throughout history, we always make the same damn mistakes because no one reads, I guess. Um,
Yep.
but we
Right.
do. We go through, things get heady, everything gets soft and easy, and then women are given complete rights outside of the house, either legally or just culturally. And as soon as you do that, the death is coming. Now, I know that sounds weird because women should have a right to do whatever they want to do, obviously. But the reality is, it falls under that category of things that is, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. Because as soon as we get to a point where women don't need men anymore, doom is coming. The culture will die. It happens all the time. It's happened many, many times all over the world throughout history, and it will continue with this cycle, because that's just the reality of it. And of course, when you do that, when women get to a point where they don't need men anymore, what happens is the complete collapse of the church, whatever it may be in your area or your culture or in history. And of course, the reality is God is not the important factor. The system of the church is, because what a church does, now you can be a true believer and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, what the church actually does is this: if you don't have church in your life and you have a problem, who do you blame? Well, you blame your partner, you blame the state, you blame somebody, because a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their actions, right? So they blame something. But if you have a church, you can what are you going to do? Blame God? So it nips it in the bud. No, seriously, this is the value of church. This is where religion comes in to be valuable, whether you're a believer or not. You can't argue with God, and it
So
nips it
you
in the
think
bud.
it makes. Mm.
No, I think that's the value of it, and it's necessary. And that's why you have people who are clearly not religious at all, like Joe Rogan, say that we need Jesus, and is actually now going to church,
Aw, that's
right?
awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Um, no, because this is the value. You need church so that there is that cohesion, and people can't blame something because there's an authority over them. Therefore, they have to just simply fix it. And it also, a church will promote family values, which requires the woman to be the mother, grow the family, grow the community, the things that they need to do. And like I said, anytime a culture throughout history, if you study it, when it gets to the point that women don't need the men anymore, that's when everything
That's when all
collapses.
fall apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's where
Is
we
it?
are.
You think it's because men stop participating at that point?
No, men. The problem with men, there are multiple problems with men, but the main problem with men is we can never say no to women when we should. That's the problem. When you hear about them talking about women's suffrage, we had to fight for the right to vote. No, you didn't. Men got the right to vote just shortly before you got it, and as soon as you started pressuring the men were like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Men always give women what they want. We
Oh,
never
say
say
no,
no.
honey.
Well, we
Huh?
do. We always give them exactly what they want, and we don't say no. This is our fault. And it just is what it is. When you have culture getting softer and women don't have to rely on men, they can get their own jobs and do their own things, which, like I said, mentally, logically, this sounds great. But it just, like I said, it falls under the category of, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So we can blame the men. I
Even
mean,
the
in
Bible
the end,
says
the men are
that.
the ones that have to fix it anyway, no matter what the situation is, anyhow.
Mm.
Yeah.
There's no arguing here. There's no whinging. There's no whining. This is where we are, and unless we have some radical success in changing things, which has happened a few times in history, by the way, unless we do that, it will just go to collapse, and something will come out of the ashes as usual.
So are Islamic societies stable and decent because they believe in a God and authority, and women don't have the right to do hardly anything?
The Muslims, sure, and that's
Oh,
not actually true. You've obviously never met a Muslim because the Muslim men have just as much pain in the ass from their women as everybody else.
But they're allowed to beat them.
Not really.
Yeah.
If you
Can't
actually
stone mine.
if you actually read it, it's not actual physical beating. It's more of
Yes.
control and direction. It's not actual physical.
Uh,
You have to
It's
understand there's a
beating.
difference between an Islamist and a Muslim, right? But no, Muslim women yell and scream and berate their husbands all the damn time. They're like Jews.
okay,
They
but
are. You realize the Jews and the Arabs are the same people, right? You realize that
mhm.
Abraham was and his family were Sumerian priests, right?
Ishmael.
They're all Arabs, right?
yeah.
And have you ever seen a Jewish woman?
Mhm.
How they get on their men? Arab women do the same damn thing.
Okay, so
It's
they have
not
the
what you
right to,
think. You've been lied to in
enter
that
Islam
regard.
with their
The
husbands.
I've seen
Islamists
Fiddler
are
on
the
the Roof.
assholes. Well, yeah,
Okay.
right.
So
You
make a
have.
definition there.
Yeah, no, the Islamists are the ones who require the burqas and cut the enemy's head from his shoulders and all that.
Right. The
They're
really
the
violent, horrible
problem.
people. Yeah.
And of
That's
course,
the group there.
Muslims suffer more from Islamists than any
Of
other group,
course.
right?
Well, there's a
They do.
difference
They
Just
kill
between
so many of them.
they do. And of course, if you go to like a black communities in America, they suffer the most from black crime,
Mm-hmm.
right?
yeah.
Et
Ridiculous.
cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, no, you have to separate Muslim and Islam. You have to do it.
Okay. So are Islamist societies stronger
Horrible,
for having the
horrible.
women?
Oh yeah, can't
Okay.
drive, not allowed to go outside without male attention. Yeah, they're awful,
Yeah.
god awful. Yeah.
So how much
Yeah.
freedom do you
Yeah.
think is a safe amount of female freedom?
How much do I think? I think women should have any freedom they want. The problem is women with all the freedom that you do have, because keep in mind, a woman in America is the most privileged, free thing in the history of everything right now,
So
America's
women,
great. Yeah.
right?
That's also
so women
that
Um,
need
can
to be
also
more
be a
responsible with their
right.
freedom?
that's the thing I'm about to get
Huh?
to, Jason. Women have all the
Yeah.
freedom they want, honey. The problem is you need to take responsibility of that freedom. And how many women do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the problem we have. There's plenty of women who do, but there's a lot of women who don't take responsibility for that freedom, right? And with
People
men,
who have freedom without responsibility. With
right,
great power comes.
great responsibility. But see, the thing with men, it's a little bit different. We have jackasses amongst us, of course we do.
Of
But
course. Yeah.
For men, it's different because we don't have any out. There's no group that's going to help us. We have to do everything on our own anyway. And no matter what happens, we're always the ones responsible to fix it. Always. It doesn't matter what happens or what you say or what kind of marches you go on and pussy hats that are on your head. It doesn't matter because in the end, the guys have to fix it. And we know this. We just shut up and bear it. Right. So that's the difference. And a lot of women, and it becoming more and more quantity of women these days, are not taking responsibility for the freedom they have. And that's the
Mhm.
problem. That's why we're melting.
Mm.
A lot of I know that like in like communist China
Yeah.
or a lot of like a lot of feminist movements are kind of subverted by communist movements. Basically,
Mm.
they're trying to get women to abandon their roles as mothers and things like that, and to be basically an additional labor for their work, be used as basically as
That's a
used for
very
labor.
long time ago, but you're right. But these days it's different. But these days what's happening is their population is dropping at such an alarming rate that what the Chinese government is they're just on the verge of basically forcing women to become impregnated. They're just one
Those are
half
something
step
to
away
do.
from it because right now the pressure on women in China to get pregnant is very high. And the next step is just making them, just impregnating them against their will. Now, keep in mind, China does this kind of stuff all the time. Back what you're talking about, which happened before, they would actually forcibly grab women, drag them out of their house, sterilize them, and then throw them back. They did this to millions of women. So yeah, the CCP is awful. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So I went and smoked a cigarette, and
Mhm.
when I came back, how did we change subjects from fast food restaurants to women's rights?
I
What
blame
what happened while I was smoking a cigarette?
I blame Amaron.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's Australian. He doesn't speak the same language as us. We can trick him.
What's wrong with that? Yes.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got on it, but I was just expressing
Mhm.
the history of things and how this happens all the time is all.
Mhm.
That was my impersonation of Tim Allen in Home Improvement. Let's
Yeah,
talk
that was
about
good,
Home
though.
Improvement now and the whole history about that show. Let's
Yeah.
go. Do it. Do it, Chester.
Oh, Home Improvement. Tim Allen actually is a fairly funny dude. He's one of those guys that's not
Mhm.
really super funny, but funny enough to maintain for an hour. He's
Mhm.
one of those type.
Okay.
And his show was very friendly
Kidding.
and very kind of mundane.
What have I done?
But of course, he also kind of went on a conservative rant, which I agree with, which cost him a lot. But it seems like he's on the up kick now because it's all about Trumpy.
That was in
I
between
could
his
continue.
cocaine rants back in the day.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot of the older
It's-
dudes from media
Is,
that are actually starting to speak out in a conservative way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're starting to feel
Chester
like it's
basically
okay
Wilson?
to have an opinion.
Chester's Wilson.
It's Chester Wilson.
I could be. I can definitely hide behind a fence and put a hat on. I could do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that'd be
do a
cool.
good job, and I could I could
Mhm.
put on my my low, deep, dark, mysterious voice,
And give good advice.
and give really good advice on tools in life and various
Mhm.
things, and don't eat the the poisonous berry, and
Don't do that.
no, don't do that,
Eat poisonous stuff.
and do various Mr. Hanky impersonations. So,
Howdy ho.
howdy ho.
Hey,
That's
whole
a,
neighbor, you know?
it's a sad laugh. That's a sad laugh. But yeah. Let's see. What do we got? We got a lot of stuff. We got Tank Ferret over here. So what do we got here?
I'll show you what I got so far.
That might be true,
Yeah?
Tank. That might be true. Doug says, if God were here right now on Earth, what's his favorite fast food chain be? Churches, of course.
Churches.
Churches, there you go.
He loves the
It's
churches.
Chick-fil-A.
That was a
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
joke
gotta be
by
Chick-fil-A.
Doug. It's good. No, it's churches. That's a dad joke.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I just thought.
How many kids you got, Doug? I only had 2. Eric is way ahead of me. I think he has 18.
5 children, 13 grandchildren.
See? What
Wow.
I was spot on.
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah, 18. I just didn't demography.
That's true.
That was my Al
Here's
Green
my-
impersonation, by the way.
I'll agree. Which one? The idiot or the singer?
Oh, the idiot. Yeah, no, the singer's cool, man. The singer Al Green's great. That guy's made more babies than any man in history. No? Okay, fine. I do like Al Green. I to be fair though, I more prefer Luther Vandross, but in that vein. Luther
Yeah,
Vandross,
fair
you don't know him?
I think I've
Yeah.
heard. I'm just looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd suggest you go
Never too
listen to it.
much,
He's
never too much, never
yeah,
too much.
Luther's awesome, dude. But Al's good too. I like Al. There's a lot of good black male love song singers for sure. Um,
Definitely.
yeah, there's some, there's all different
I'm
kinds of
a
music.
Despite my age and where when I was born, I'm actually I'm actually a big Motown fan, like
Yeah,
soul
sure.
music guy. Like I like that stuff, man.
It's good music, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dude.
definitely.
my
How?
dad grew up with. Well,
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you could be American and not like Motown. I mean, honestly.
come on, man. Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of our culture. But no, we got a lot of good little things. One of the things we do best, I think, in America is entertainment. I think that's our forte, really.
We
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Eh,
I like our stuff.
eh. Well, hopefully we can repair it because we've had a lot of nonsense
Yeah.
here for quite a while. You know,
But at least we'll always have like Jeff Potts books.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
There you go.
That's true. Yeah, but I mean, just a little more balance, right? I mean, because we used to have this stuff before, but it was more balanced. You could go and find, there was variety you could go find, right?
Right.
These days it's
You find
all,
different things.
that's right. But it's going to come around whether they like it or not, I think.
Absolutely. It's got to get better.
Uh-huh.
They can't stop people from creating their own art, even if they
That's
want
right.
to now. So.
Well, they try. They try real hard to lock
Mm-hmm.
people out, distribution and stuff like that. The internet has opened that up, and I think the AI stuff, or it's not even AI. I don't know why we keep calling it that. It's not. It's deep learning programming. We haven't created real AI that I'm aware of.
No.
But that those programs are going to start helping creators be more creative
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
smaller staff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
Adobe just developed.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Adobe was just showing this. I think it's called Turntable,
Mhm.
and it's like for Illustrator, and you can do a drawing in it, and you click on it, and it has some kind of deep learning, and it analyzes the thing, and then you can rotate it. So it'll take your 2D image and then basically on the fly make it into a 3D model. So if you need to
Mhm.
change its position,
Oh yeah.
you can just move it around and change.
Oh
So
yeah.
for panning and just for if you're kind of like on your layout, you're like, oh, wait, that doesn't quite work here. Then just
Yeah, and then
kind of
you can
moving some
then
stuff
take
around,
that
which is
and drop
nice.
that skin into Blender and then animate through Blender
Mhm.
and then drop it into Unreal Engine or Unity. That's right.
Yep.
But we actually have a person on my channel, GOP, who's
Mhm.
mainly on Bugbear's Basement. But GOP's really
Yeah.
into the digital AI art stuff. And for
Oh,
our
cool.
current, GOP, I'm not talking to you, I'm
Yeah,
talking to
sure.
other
Mhm.
buddy. He, if you've noticed, he went and
Mhm.
we picked images for all of us. A lot of it AI created, and he went and animated it.
Mhm.
Have you seen those?
I have seen some of the previews. I wasn't sure who
Yeah.
put them together, but they're
Oh,
really
GOP.
neat, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah,
Aw,
that's a game
it's
changer right
awesome.
there. To be able to
It's a lot
create
of
an
fun.
image and then animate the image, and he did them all pretty quickly. I mean, it was like a week between me getting them, us doing it, and me getting
Right.
them back. So
Now,
not even a
does it
week, so like 5 days.
so he didn't have to render the art too? You could put the art in there and then it would just kind of source it out and do the animation on the fly?
I don't know what he did. I know we
Okay.
they were created in AI. And
Mhm.
then he rendered the animation as well with a different program. I'm not sure the
Hmm.
process. I just know that he did it with AI. But they
It's
look
like
great.
Oh,
witchcraft.
cool.
It is witchcraft, dude. No, some of those animations are really good. If you go to my Bugbear
Yeah.
Basement and just look at the intro, I'll run them every week. It's
Mhm.
just cool. It takes a 2D image and animates it, and you can control the animation. Like Lady Celtic Moon, she's playing an
Mhm.
archer, right? A human archer, and of course we chose an archer image that she liked. And then he
Nice.
animated it, and of course he controlled the animation to where she basically is crouching down while drawing the bow to let it loose at the same time. That's the animation. It looks great. And it's perfect for the
Wow.
archer,
That's
right?
Pretty complex sequence.
It is, yeah, it is. My character is a cleric, so he's basically just looking up to God.
Oh,
A
nice.
little bit easier animation, I think. We have a wizard that's casting a spell. When that, and the
You go to
interesting,
church as chickens?
well, what was the chicken thing?
Does your cleric go to church as chicken?
Just
No,
chicken.
no, he doesn't. He should though. But the interesting one was the kind of pseudo wizard guy with ethereal dragon. He basically did the animation of him casting a spell, but in the original 2D image, there is no magic in it. It's just a wizardly looking character. But so the animation not only animated the character, but it added magical special effects, which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It understood the assignment that well.
It
That's
did.
cool.
It did. And Thundaro wishes me to announce to
We
the
all get hit
world
on
that
that.
his is the best. He thinks. I don't agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think Finbo's is the best. GOP is itself because basically he's this cute little tree man, and we call him Mulch for short. And he's just his character is very has a Canadian, very what was that movie with those two beer drinking idiots in the Canadian movie? What was that?
That was the McKenzie
Slapstick.
brothers.
Yeah, McKinsey Brothers. But what was the name of the movie though? Was it Due
Rick
North?
Moranis and TTT. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matrix?
Well, anyway, he's using
Different
that
brothers.
really kind of heavy Canadian accent. GOP is with his little kind of, but he's also a hippie at the same time. So it's
Okay.
funny. And of course, he's very happy. And his animation, he just raising his hand and waving. It's really good.
Aw.
Yeah. But I would say
It's a happy little dude.
that's what's here right now. And we started messing around with this AI here on this channel about a year ago. And it's the progression is insane. It's absolutely
I'm
insane.
just really looking forward to when it starts being a good tool for artists. And I mean, it does really cool stuff, but when it gets a little bit easier for you to kind of train the thing and go, look, this is what I do, try and gear it a little more into your style, your approach, or what you would be doing. But because training them AIs can that can be a little bit of a process too. I guess it's
Maybe.
possible, but there's a lot of reading.
But also,
involved in that.
they're already doing that, so you can get a hold of something that's done. One of the things I've seen artists do with it is they'll spend their time on the character that they're drawing, and then they'll use the AI to put background behind it.
Oh, that's nice, right? That's good. Yeah, I've seen it like when you're doing different resolutions or aspect ratios for different kinds of things. 'Cause that's an issue. You can use it and go like, okay, fill in here, and then just kind of like super widescreen is going to have all this dead space, and then it could just kind of go city, yeah, and kind of
Yeah,
fill in like
exactly.
that. Which is
Yeah,
nice.
I
I haven't,
think
haven't tried it yet, but it looks great.
I think for you guys, if you look at it as a tool that you can utilize in your
Absolutely.
art, it will benefit you. I know some artists are going to see it as the enemy and stand against it, but you ain't stopping it. So try to incorporate it. I think would be better. We've seen a lot of
Absolutely.
pushback, like for an example, Drive Through RPG, which is a place you can go and pick up role playing books. Right now, Jeff here and Rosa, of course, they're writers. But there's plenty of people who will also write RPG games or campaigns or things like that. And Drive Through RPG is a great place to go and pick it up for all the plethora of role playing games there are. But of course, they put in a rule in a while ago here that they are not accepting any AI created art because they're trying to stand behind the artists that, of course, supply these role playing books. But that's a mistake because the avalanche is coming, brother.
Right.
You
Because
artists
someone
really
still
need to
has to
embrace
use
it.
it.
Yeah,
It could be a great tool.
it could be.
The problem right now is that
things.
well, the problem is that it's like since it doesn't work at 100%, so you got a lot of mistakes that come out of art, like the 6 fingers or something like that, some weirdness.
Yeah.
That it steals art, right? So
And it does.
It scours the internet and steals.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's going to refine itself based on the people that are refining it. Therefore, artists
Right.
should be on board 100% working with it, and it will mold itself to the direction you push it in.
Yeah,
Right?
that's the crazy part. I've seen where
Oh
they
yeah, I'm
take
like,
like
I'm sorry, I'm just saying that I'm more on board on what your buddy there is doing, where he gets the character, you can get an original character and you can animate it. I'm
Mhm.
excited, like in
Yeah.
like 5 to 7 years, maybe less,
Right.
we're gonna be able to do like our own little movies.
Oh, I think that's not even that far away.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that's like a year away. Yeah.
Some
So
people are
people.
developing for in-betweens.
Yeah.
Which
It's
sounds
already
amazing.
happening. That's true.
Yeah.
And you got to understand
Like
that Elon just came out with Grok 3. And now, of course, he's going to say, what he's selling it. But uh, the
he's excited about it.
he, of course, but the jump from Grok 2 to Grok 3 it's millennia in shift.
Wow.
It's insanely. It's an insane jump, and of course, everybody else who's working on these things and things we haven't even seen arrive yet are
Right.
just going to
They're
be
in
in
development.
full competition because there's money to be had, right? And keep in mind, like with DeepSeek, which China came out with that. Now that's just a ripped off NVIDIA chips and a ripped off Chat GPT, right? Is all it is. They just ripped off as China does. They steal everything, right?
Mhm.
But it was
No,
effective
I agree.
enough to create a threat that the stock market actually went insane, right?
Really?
So there's more of
Hmm.
that coming. There's more of that coming. And if you think the Indians and the Russians and various European countries, et cetera, or the Japanese ain't working on something like this, come on now.
Come on now.
Although the Japanese will
Heck.
will do in a coalition with America, of course, especially with the new Stargate project that they're working on down in Texas. So
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
The Taiwanese are showing out too.
yeah, no, it's so Trump is just dude, it's amazing. I
Yeah.
really hope he pulls off what he's trying to do. I really do. Because
Same.
it would be amazing if he can pull it off. The thing that shocks me is Trump is playing them all like a fiddle, and it's like, are you so stupid that you can't see that
You
he's
don't see
directing you?
this? Hmm.
It's embarrassing for him. I feel embarrassed. I mean, I'm glad it's working in our favor, but I'm kind of embarrassed for him. Like with Europe, he keeps telling you, you need to spend more money. You need to spend more money on defense. You need to spend more money. He has a few back and forths with Zelensky. He has a couple of private conversations with Russia. Now, what are the Europeans doing? Spending tons of money to create the new European army. We're going to defend ourselves. It's exactly what he wanted you to do, right? I think we
Mhm.
need to take back Panama. We need to take it back. So what does he do? Whilst he's making all that noise and the Chinese are panicking in Panama, sending diplomats, he sends BlackRock on the backside in the back door, and they buy all of the ports that the Chinese who can't buy things like that, they bought it through Hong Kong to sneak it. But BlackRock went in the back door, bought all the stuff out of Hong Kong out. Now America controls all the ports. I mean, he's just playing everybody. It's insane to me that they can't see it. It's wow. I mean, you guys
So
see
this
what
is
I'm
kind of
talking
a
about,
fun
right?
time.
It's like kind of
Right.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You did promise you're going to get tired of winning.
Yeah, but I mean, you just expect. I know the leadership, general political leadership aren't too smart, but I didn't know they were this
Mhm.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's
Oh Lord.
shocking, dude. I mean, like the simple thing with his joint session of Congress speech he gave the other day. Sure, the black boy is a nice story. Everybody will like it, but he set them up. Are you okay, Democrats? Are you not going to stand up and clap and praise for a black boy who wants to be a cop? And of course, they
I
didn't.
thought you were advocates for the black community.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
that how could you fall into that trap? It's so obvious a trap,
Oh, obvious.
Democrats.
Because they're not
Yeah,
good at trolling.
Democrats.
I guess not, dude. But I've been watching
They're
this.
like Waltons. They don't have any emotions, so they don't understand when they're being had.
I guess. But this
Demons
past,
don't have emotions.
that's true. But I mean, the
Uh,
past month, I've
King
watched.
has entered the chat.
Oh, he has. And I wonder what he'll do today. But yeah, I've seen. There's so many things. I'm not going to waste our time on it, but there's so many little things. We just playing them like a fiddle, man. And I just can't believe that they can't see it. It's so obvious, especially Trudeau. I mean, are you that dumb, dude?
Yeah.
I guess the answer
Oh.
is
Do you see him throwing? You see him putting away the inventory they already paid for?
Yeah, I know,
Mhm.
idiots. But now it shows you though, whereas the lady down in Mexico, the boss down there, she's clearly not that stupid because she made deals, she did what he asked, she's been very
Mhm.
quiet, and what did Trump do? Drop the tariffs, right?
Yep.
So she's not dumb. So good for
Mm.
Mexico, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
and
I heard
Canada's
that.
stupid because
Oh.
now they're going to go into debt trying to fight smuggling. Because
Right?
now
Mhm.
all they did was make Jack Daniels in demand, so they're going to have to watch their border double.
That's right. Yeah. But no, it's all over the world he's doing this kind of stuff. It's impressive. Um, and like I said, it's not like Trump is being super mega sophisticated in his, because people say 4D chess. It's not that sophisticated what he's doing. These people are stupid enough to not to fall for it. I mean,
Mhm.
especially Europeans. I'm like, goodness gracious. He's just playing you left and right. He says one little thing and boom, you do exactly what he wants you to do. Unbelievable. Good for us
Right.
though. Hey, I'm
Well,
not
they
going to
are
complain
being
about it.
used
Mhm.
by Hitler
Win for us.
2.0 as well, so
Yeah.
go figure.
Well, you notice he's not saying. You notice he hardly ever mentions Japan at all,
That's true.
and the
Mhm.
reason is
That's
Japan's
right.
been a
Yeah.
friend of
because you
America.
ain't going to play that game with Japan because they're not that stupid,
Oh, and
right?
We've been
Japan's
friends
already
for a long time.
building a factory to make Honda Civics in America now.
Well, it's also the Stargate program. It's the NASA
Mhm.
coalition. There's
Need to
tons
fight
of
off
things
that
they're doing.
gold.
Yeah, but you notice he's not trying to play the Japanese that way because they're
China.
very quiet and stoic, and they're like, "No, Mr. Trump."
Well, they already
Also, the
invested how many
Japanese
billion?
praised Trump when he won.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to get some coffee. You're in charge, Jeff.
Jeff's in charge.
Jeff.
I heard creaking. That must be Jeff.
I'm in charge.
I'm gonna
There's
go
a
expel some
Zeppelin
coffee I
hit.
drank earlier. I'll be right back.
I'm so in charge.
You're so happy
Awesome.
about it.
So
I'm so in charge. You don't even know I'm in charge.
Yeah, you don't even know I'm in charge. That's how in charge I am.
you don't even have to tell everybody to keep drawing. They just do it.
It's your charge.
They just do. Yeah, just to
Is
say,
someone in charge?
come on, guys, let's all get along and get the drawing done.
Mhm. All right, Jeff.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
golly.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, my God.
I got to get ready for a con tomorrow.
That's so soon? I knew one was
Yeah.
coming up. But,
Yeah, it's
oh,
tomorrow.
is this one you're gonna have to travel for, or is this?
Yeah, I'm gonna travel for this one.
Mm.
It's a weird one where it's actually a 3-day con, but I had actually registered last year, and the guy that I registered with, he is no longer affiliated with it, and somebody else took it over, and I didn't find all
What?
this out until like last week.
Oh, professionalism. They didn't email anybody who was supposed to be there.
No. Well, nobody notified me
Hmm.
after I'd already paid
Oh.
for a table. Yeah,
Mm.
so I was like, and we had
Guess
already
what?
gotten
You
a
got
hotel
tail.
room. We'd already gotten a hotel room.
Then you're going.
Well, they decided that it was going to be 3 days, and they told me they'll let it go this time. But if you're not
Oh,
going to
will
be there
they?
for all, yeah, but if they're not going to be there for all 3 days, then they will not accept my application next time. So I'm not. I mean, I'll go there and I'll try and sell as much as I can, even though I'm going to be probably going to be stuck in a pocket somewhere. But I don't know if I'll be going back for more of that.
Is this a show that's been around for a while? Is it? It's not one
Yeah,
you've done before,
it's
but is
the
it?
one I sold out at last time.
Oh,
But
okay.
but the problem is that both me and my wife work. It means I'd have to take a day off, and she'd have to take a day off, and
Right.
it's very hard for her to take a day off. So might as well just not go again.
Right.
Yeah, I'm taking a
Um,
day off at the end of the month for a show because it's Friday and Saturday. It's no Sunday, it's just Friday and Saturday. It's like what? It's a little
Yeah. Well,
strange.
here's the thing I don't understand.
That's weird.
Friday, most people go out.
Hmm?
They're not first off. Friday, most people will either be at work. They're going to come home. They'll probably go out for dinner, or they'll go out with friends. They're not going to go to a con. They'll do it on Saturday.
Just go to bed.
And if they don't go to Saturday, they'll go on Sunday.
Yep.
Hmm.
And I can kind of see having like a half day on Friday, but not a full day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
ours
it-
is
I'm trying-
3 to 6.
MegaCon is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So
Yeah, well, the larger
That's
ones I
cheap.
can kind of see. Like, they got a Motor City Con here, which I see that understand that being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because it's a huge convention. But a lot of these smaller ones, I just don't see it.
why would you go to the effort? Oh, these are fun. Oh, how are we doing on time?
Well, we started at
No?
20
doing
after,
terribly.
so
About 40 minutes.
Okay, I've got some time to clean this up.
Oh, we're good.
Jeff, you've done quite a few shows now, haven't you?
I've done less than 10.
Okay, well that's a good number. Have you ever been asked to provide a certificate of insurance?
No.
There's one at the local college here. It's next month, and they accepted my application, but now they want a certificate of insurance. And
Asked you
for
for
anyone, yeah, if anyone doesn't have one, they will sell a one-day one for $100 for you.
Sounds like a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
Sounds
pass
like
on
a
that.
scam.
I don't think I'm going.
Have you
No
already
way,
paid
no
for the
way.
table, or?
No, I did not. I have to show the certificate when I pay for the table. So I'm thinking I'm just
Oh,
not going
that's
to do it.
weird.
Sounds like a
Did that
scam.
for insurance it's a racket.
Yeah,
By
true.
definition,
But this sounds
it's a
like it's not
scam.
even real kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's the
that's,
college's
It sounds
first
like
ever
something you
con.
could,
No, it's one of those professors that lost their AIDS package from the government. They're trying to get that money back through an insurance.
Yep.
what, they're not making enough money with the books that are, the books that they write that are like $400 a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, owning a ski lodge is one thing, but you need a summer house too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
true.
did. I think it was ACT insurance for artists, crafters, and tradesmen.
That's the
That
one I
should
found.
su-
If I thought about it, it was going to be like $45.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for one day. I was like, I just don't know. And it's
Depends on how
shows
many
only
shows
cost
you
me
go.
$35 for one day, and I was like, it's close. I mean, it's at a college. I don't have to get a
Mhm.
hotel room. I can just drive there in the morning, set up, drive home at night, and I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, it's half the price of what they are talking, so yep,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. I've done dozens of shows, and this is the first time anyone's ever asked for that.
Yeah, it's
I wonder if it's something to do with
ridiculous.
the school.
That's it. It could be. They don't have insurance themselves, so they want everybody else to
Mhm.
crowd in case something goes wrong.
It means something has
got-
gone wrong in the past, and they're like, "Ooh,
Oh, definitely.
I mean, if you were
Ooh.
doing like, I don't know, stunt shows, like, yeah, I'm doing the indoor
exactly.
motorcycle stunt show, then maybe insurance for that. But I
Right.
sell paintings.
Well, I do little tricks with my pencil, throwing it up in the air and catching it with my teeth. So
Eric
You
and
nearly
Mabel.
killed somebody.
Swallowing a pencil.
What's the pencil doing in there?
Yeah. So I've got this trick. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Check
I
this
didn't get it
out.
right the first time, so I tried again. This
I'm
time
gonna make
with an
this pencil
eraser.
disappear.
Why do I come back and I find Alan giggling like a little girl? What's up?
It's his normal giggle. I don't think it's
A
his little
second
girl
ball
giggle.
didn't drop.
Oh, okay. That happens sometimes.
You know. I don't know what bathroom to go to.
Aw,
Says the
that's
trash
how
can.
it begins. That's how it begins. Anyway, let's go take a look at the art again. So we got Windy Wendy. I get it. I see
Yeah.
what you did there.
Mhm.
Yeah. See what you did
Be right back.
Okay. We have whatever the hell this rodentia is.
It's the
What
spung
state are
monkey.
you in, Eric?
I'm
Or is
in
the show
Illinois.
in? Okay.
And the show's in Illinois.
You're in Illinois? I thought you were in St. Louis.
He's
You
in
do know
Illinois.
Illinois is right across the river from St. Louis.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
You
I
know, well,
work in St. Louis.
that is fair.
If I say I live in Wood River, Illinois, no one knows where that is. But if I say St. Louis, Missouri, which is 30 miles away, they know exactly where St. Louis is.
Oh, that's true.
You say
That's true.
Illinois, everybody thinks Chicago. I am not from Chicago.
So are you
Oh, like
looking?
the Irish who all live in the same city.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
true. Yeah. Well, because that's true. Well, for me, most when I travel around, people ask where you're from. I just say New York
Yeah,
because
yeah.
no one knows Narragansett, Rhode Island, right?
Right.
Of course, I did live in New York several times. So, but
not
yeah,
bad.
I get you. I get you. Are you happy about the? I'm assuming you're in one of the counties that's going to divorce itself from Illinois and join Indiana.
This county did vote for that, yes.
Yeah. Now you guys should do it.
It will
Get the-
never happen.
It can happen.
Bleh.
It's not gonna though. I mean, it was. Yeah, I hate Illinois. The taxes are ridiculous, and it's horrible.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get away from those damn cities, man.
Mhm.
It'd be great if we could just isolate them.
Chicago controls
And then-
everything in the state.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
Mhm.
that's why you leave. You
be
isolate them,
Yeah.
and then don't send them anything.
Mm.
Force them to buy it
Figure out how to-
The mayor's
from foreign goods, huh?
he's actually getting prosecuted now, isn't he? I saw him getting a.
Oh, that guy's a
Telling
absolute
him to-
scumbag. Yeah.
I saw that he's actually getting to the DOJ for criminal charges
Yeah. No, he should.
officially.
And
Really?
For governor?
Wow.
yeah, you're governor. Yeah.
No,
Well,
the
it'd be
mayor.
like the.
The mayor of
Oh.
Chicago.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
they're
mayor,
always
the mayor.
in trouble.
But
The governor, this is probably the first governor in the past, I don't know, 10 that hasn't gone to prison.
Well,
yeah.
he's under pressure too, though. But it shows you how wily Newsom is out in California because he smells the way the wind is blowing, and now he's
Mhm.
disagreeing with the
It smells
Democratic
like
Party.
fire.
It does smell like fire, but he's
Yeah.
more
Interviews
wily.
with Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of these Democratic leaders are just sticking to their guns, dude. But Newsom's like, oh no, I see what's going on.
Uh-oh.
It's like Bill Maher and who's the guy that did Daily Show? Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
All those guys are, shifting because they see it.
You can see the writing on the wall.
Yeah. But you got these idiots that are like, no, I'm going to save the penguin people. All right,
There are penguin people now? That's awesome.
there are.
Many of them are in
Al
Congress.
Green here, representative of the penguin people.
Proud
Just look,
penguin
Jerry
people.
Nadler, he is the penguin.
That's true. That is true.
I saw him in person, and he looks even creepier and fatter in person, and more penguin-like.
Oh dear.
So
shit my
penguin-like
pants,
that if
man.
you want to walk up to him and be like, "Will you join our villainous band and fight Batman, sir?"
And he'd be like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
Or fighting that that old woman with the blue hair.
Oh, yeah, that's
That
true.
really,
Yeah.
No dogs are safe as long as she's in Washington.
That's true. That's true.
I'll make another coat.
Oh,
Did she actually Burgess
Cruella
Meredith?
Deville.
Good Lord.
Cruella Deville. Yep.
If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I should
But
just put this on another level.
I am happy though because it's like the best primetime soap opera ever.
Ever.
Mhm.
It's been a lot of tragedy for
Oh,
a
yeah.
long time, and now it's kind of like this is. Get your popcorn. This is
It
interesting.
is. Get your popcorn, man. It's really a lot of fun.
The real bureaucrats of DC.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The local guy here spent like $1 million to run Facebook ads
Mhm.
of him, like literally drunk in his car talking about that speech for like 3 days.
Really?
Mark Warren.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like so wasted, and you're like, yeah, that guy is drunk. The filter is not helping hide his drunkenness.
Well, they seem to have a lot of drunkards amongst them. Is
Mhm.
alcoholism become a problem in the States?
It always has been.
Huh?
just amongst the Democrats. Well,
Yeah.
not all Democrats, but just amongst the evil people who have tried to sell out their country for evil.
Yeah, ask Ted Kennedy.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I
That's that
saw,
lady.
Pelosi.
Oh wait, no, she's in the river.
well, I saw Kamala
Mhm.
talking, and she was
Name
like
Kamala
in
Harris.
L.A. or
Yeah,
something, but she
Kamala
was
Harris.
drunk off her
Super
ass,
drunk.
dude.
God, it's ridiculous.
So bad, man.
They can't
Harris
be
couldn't even
clever.
walk off stage by herself because she was so wasted.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I saw
poor
that too.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got a problem, and there's no one gonna help her. That's for sure. But the interesting thing, other than all the joy and fun that we're having, is he might actually be successful and improve some things.
Absolutely.
It's possible.
Oh, that
Uh-huh.
was kind of the funniest thing at the speech, right? Is where he brought up Zelensky's little message of like, "Please, I want to come back to the table."
Right. Which he thought was hilarious, I'm sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that whole thing is mainly to get Europe to spend more money, which worked 100%. I say it worked 1,000%. And I think there's already a deal with Putin already.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just slow rolling it. But with
What's
that said,
interesting?
though, the Russians are moving now, and they haven't moved in quite a while. They've just been kind of stationary and letting the Ukrainians throw themselves against the wall. But the Russians are
Well,
actually moving now. So,
the funny thing is, if Zelensky could be a victim in all of it because he's being used by the Azov battalion and all that stuff,
well, everybody's using him.
and if he is, odds are that's why he had the outburst in the White House because they demanded to see what he was saying in Washington because he didn't want to get shot.
Maybe.
And then there's
Yeah.
and if it all goes downhill, he'll probably end up hiding in Russia for witness protection. That's the funny thing of all of it.
Yeah, everyone
That would
keeps
be
saying
interesting.
France, but I'm kind of curious where he'll end up
No, he'll
because
end up in Moscow where he
he might.
started.
He might well, because he doesn't have to worry about foreign adversaries. The Ukrainians will tear him apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I say, don't you think Putin will keep him alive?
I think so. I think he'll find it as kind of like the chicken under glass.
Well, Putin knows he's a puppet of the
He knows.
the Nazis that run Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I always find
That's
it
what all
funny
You're
this
where
is
telling me
about.
that Russian propaganda, there's no Nazis. So get out of here, dude.
well, the thing is, I always thought it was funny where everyone would say he's got to take all of Ukraine. You think he wants that headache?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
he
no.
don't want that shit.
He
He
would
wants
have
to
done
take
it.
the Russian people back, the ones that the Ukrainians
Mhm.
been killing for freaking 10 years, and make
Yep.
Selling
political
into slavery.
gains and et cetera, is what he wants. And I hope he takes Odessa. I hope he does.
Hmm.
And when it's all said and done, I say we rename Ukraine into Kiev. because that's what it's going to be, a landlocked little country. And of course, another thing that's funny with this whole stuff, where Poland's trying to act like the big protector and all that kind of stuff. You do realize if Poland gets even anyone blinking, they're going to take a big chunk of Western Ukraine. You know that, right?
Mhm.
Poland is?
They're going to annex it. I guarantee you. The Poles would love to get that land back.
Does Poland keep getting its land taken throughout history? Or...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yep. They weren't
Usually
even a
so
thing
obsessed.
really for a long time. They were just Latvia.
They were a long-running
And
joke,
the
I
butt of a
hear.
lot of jokes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, Poland tends
Well,
to.
the submarines with the screen door didn't help them.
That's true.
No,
But the Poles
the
tend
whole
to be
light
the
bulb deal.
redheaded
So.
stepchild of Europe. Just so you know.
Mm.
So I don't blame them for their prickliness. I don't blame that. But I'm just saying that if anyone thinks that Poland wouldn't take even the slightest chance to get the western part of Ukraine, you're kidding yourself.
I wonder how that would work, though. Is that if Ukraine stops being a country, or that's not a thing? Or they just go, "This is ours now," and run away?
Well, no, it probably only has one opportunity to happen, and that would be if these idiots in Ukraine don't call for treaty talks and therefore make a treaty,
Mm.
and actually keep pushing to the end as they keep claiming, and Putin actually causes an actual surrender of them. You might see Putin make a deal with like a friendship deal with Poland to manage what of Ukraine he doesn't take.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Manage. What is manage?
Marriage.
right? Such a great movie.
Marriage is what brings us here today.
But you know who is having the best smile? You know, I always pay attention to what geopolitics beyond what the average American would, right? So I always pay attention what the Russians are doing, as you should, right? Putin the past month since Trump came in, he's been so smiley, he's so happy.
Oh, all right.
It's a happy Putin.
Well, Trump's his puppet, don't you know?
He is, but he's been doing all his little interviews, the smiles on his face, talking with the people. He's given full on for all Russia speeches, and he's just all smiley. You know, he's
that's
so
great.
happy. He's a happy boy. He's a happy boy. You know, and he's done a couple of interviews asking, and they've asked him about the whole Zelensky situation, and he has to pause himself to not laugh. He gains his composure, and then he does the Putin thing. It's funny.
When he talked about Biden.
Oh yeah.
Anytime he talked about Biden's lip.
He would, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
You know, the thing
He
is,
did not respect him at all. It was funny.
no, well, who did? But the thing, of course, you know, Biden didn't even communicate with Russia at all during his time. But of course, I'm not sure who he communicated with. But the funny thing about it, of course, the media doesn't talk about this. But if you go back and find yourself interviews and go, just look at the presidents we've had, right? We have Trump, and we have Obama, we have Baby Bush, Clinton, Papa Bush, and of course Reagan. We know his thing with Gorbachev. But if you look at all those presidents and listen to them when they're asked questions about what is your opinion on Putin, they all say the same thing. He's very smart, very clever man, and they like him.
Hmm.
Now that kind of kills the narrative, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They've all worshipped Molech together.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's nice that
In
they
the club.
brought together.
Yeah. Well, of course, Papa Bush didn't have a thing. He wasn't in there. What was that, Eric? What was that? That the boss of Yugoslavia there that put Putin in. What was his name?
I can't remember.
Real puffy faced guy.
Yeltsin?
Something like that.
Yeltsin? Was it?
Yeltsin. Yeah, Yeltsin, something like that.
Yeltsin, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who put him in. Of course, there is no Yugoslavia now. And no one talks about that overreach at all, huh?
Mm-mm.
No money there.
Just assign a leader. It's probably fine.
Well, it's basically what they did. That was an.
Mhm.
I mean, of course, they talk about unprovoked attacks. I mean, hello. I mean, America? What? NATO? What?
Nah. Good. We'll just do this. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was absolutely joyous watching the Democrats, though.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's interesting in that speech, he spent a lot of time talking about how no matter what you do, they're not going to be happy. I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years now. He's kind of like, it doesn't matter
Like
what you do.
warn them.
And it's,
No, that's true.
I'm warning you, this is the setup. Just so you know, this is my angle. What are you going to do? Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nope.
And
Prove it out for you.
I have to say his there was a fairly good speech. I've seen him do better speeches, but there was a fairly good speech. But I think one of the moments that hit really well was the whole Lincoln Riley thing, when he was talking about that, talking to the mother. That really hit well. He had exactly the right tone, the right amount of compassion. That really hit. That was good. And of course, the Democrats didn't stand for that. I mean, how do you not at least clap?
Because they killed her.
Yeah.
It's guilt.
Well, they did kill
Mhm.
her. You are right. That is true.
Mhm.
She was supposed to die. More were supposed to die. How could she be the only one who? Oh.
I suppose so. I mean, they are putting people at risk. But then again,
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
yeah, but then again, the European countries are doing the same thing to their people, and their people are dying every day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it is what it is.
And
I mean, you have
they don't
terrorist
care
attacks
either.
somewhere in Europe every day. In London, there are stabbing attacks multiple times a day, right? So, I mean, it's actually worse for them than it is for us. But
Oh, it's because of the knives. Don't you know this?
because of the what?
Oh yeah,
The knives.
they didn't outlaw
Have
the
you seen
knives.
the Idris Elba interview about knives?
Oh, the damn
Mhm.
knives. Oh yeah. How
Oh,
dare
it's
they
so
Knives
even?
shop.
good.
It's like blaming the
It's
gun.
so
Yeah,
good. Like
Mhm.
he has no idea what he's talking about, but he's trying to fill in the blanks, and it's so sad.
that
So,
Starmer
oh yeah,
guy.
no, knives are it's because of the knives.
Goodness gracious.
Did you just take away knives from
I'm
everybody?
not gonna defend him. We'll say like a lot of those people that live out in London can't talk out loud because they might get stabbed.
That's true.
Yeah, that's part
That's
of it.
true. Yeah.
And nobody would defend
So
them.
when he says knives, he might be meaning something else.
Mm. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Well, the only
Tyler
real
Perry.
European leader that is somewhat likable is Macron, and that's weird because that is a bad man. But he does have charisma though, Macron.
Hmm.
Do
And
you
a
believe?
handsome wife.
And a handsome wife. Do you guys believe the Candace Owen story, the documentary she's working on? Do you believe it?
She
one?
makes films sometimes.
No, the one that's about Macron's wife being actually his father.
Oh,
What?
Huh?
Yeah, you haven't seen this expose, and she's not playing. Candace is not playing. It's very serious, and of course, you know the Macron sue people all the
Was it a
time.
teacher, but his father?
Well, no,
Well-
because the Macrons will sue people instantly, just like Meghan and Harry, right? So she knows the game she's playing. But basically, she's put a whole bunch of evidence together in an expose showing that Macron's wife actually is his father, a
Yeah, but
transgender.
she's off, man.
Well,
Which
I
one?
like some of her
Macron's wife or Candace Owen?
Candace Owen.
All right, fine.
both.
That's why I
I
asked
like
if you
some of the
believed
stuff
it.
she would say. Yeah, I liked some of the stuff she said a lot until she started defending flat Earth.
Oh, well.
And then I'm like, okay, you're just a nut job. Never mind.
Oh,
You don't know. It could be flat, Eric.
and cut.
Yeah.
I heard it's hot dog shaped.
The Beatles thought it was flat.
And they're great
They're all dead
musicians.
now.
Well, not all of them. The fake Paul McCartney's still around.
But
He's
the
not
real
the-
one's dead.
We have a make believe Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm. He died
Yeah.
in like 1967 or
That's
something.
on one of their albums.
That's right. Oh, they even told us, yeah. Yeah, they're one was left-handed, the other's
That's what
right-handed. The
song it is, they have
other
to say
one was much taller, and the other's shorter. There's all kinds of things that are different between them, actually.
That's why he's is he the one that's barefooted, right? On the Abbey Road?
Yeah, that's right. You didn't know this, Amy? Fake Paul
No.
McCartney? Oh yeah.
Pick Paul McCartney. Okay.
Yep.
He was replaced
That's-
with Miss Jane Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies.
That's right. Amazing actress, really.
That's some diversity.
Yes.
Jethro, I'm joining.
I didn't know she
That
was.
lady was actually a badass.
She was, man.
Yeah,
Don't
she
mess
was
with
such a
Did that
Granny.
lady actually like accomplish something crazy? No, Ms. Hathaway, the bank teller. Wasn't she's? I forget. There's some kind of crazy story behind her.
I don't know.
Oh, she
She
was
like-
a radical
She's
racist.
the banker, right?
That's why her and Buddy Ebsen
Oh,
didn't get
oh,
along.
never mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She
I heard
was a
something crazy.
uber leftist of the 60s. And she ran for office and won.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
You know, the
Didn't
biggest
know that.
shock for me,
Yeah, in California.
of course, Sonny Bono and the muscle guy from Predator there that became mayors. But the one that shocked me is Kane.
He's been in government for years now.
I know, but he's an actual mayor, and he sounds like one.
Though. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Jester.
liked.
Wrestling's it's not real, man.
I know, but I'm just
What?
saying that
It's
is the
scripted. Now they are athletes. Don't get me wrong, Fundero. I know you're out there. They're exceptional athletes, and they go through a lot of pain and all that. But you know,
Oh, yeah.
There's one.
he's
there-
one-
no,
he-
it's all
he's not a
choreographed.
dummy. He's
There's
been a-
one wrestler who actually has a YouTube channel now, and he's just been showing all the secrets behind all the tricks of the trade. You know, like the thumbtacks and the
Right.
Oh,
the commentator
Molly
desk.
and-
And they used to slam people on that. You know, there's an airbag under that. There's like
Oh, sure.
actual padding underneath
Good.
it.
Well, they don't
Stuff
want to
like
hurt
that.
each
The
other. Dude.
thumbtacks
They
are
go to
real.
work every
Yeah.
week,
But
man.
the
Well,
thumbtacks
some
are
of them want
real.
to hurt each other.
Ah, well,
Yeah, the
that's true.
thumbtacks are real. They actually are getting stabbed by the thumbtacks.
But
But that's
it's
because
just a
you know, like
thumbtack.
the
That's
the
because they're
mat
crazy.
is like has a lot of give, so it doesn't stab as badly as it would if you try to fall on thumbtacks on concrete. You know.
Oh, that would be bad. Don't do that.
Well, it's also
Yeah.
you're falling on a lot of them, so it spreads out like a bed of nails.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. He was saying that too. Yeah, but even he did it for real. Like he demonstrated.
Sure,
Wow.
sure.
I don't know what his name was. I don't know who he was in wrestling. But
Maven.
Yeah. Or
Maven.
just go talk to Mick Foley.
I
he'll
think it
tell
was.
you.
Yeah. I think it was that.
Was it
that
Maven?
guy? I think
Maven.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still around.
Oh
here.
wow.
My good friend of mine knows him really well.
Yeah, no, it's all
Somewhere I
good
got
fun,
a
man.
picture of
And
him holding
barbed
that
wire,
gun in a
like
headlock.
what they do to barbed wire when they used to use weapons with barbed wire. It's just they clip the tips off. So it's
Oh
not
yeah,
as
they
sharp.
have to. Because barbed wire does not forgive.
No,
No,
it does not. I know.
No.
I rolled up. Still got scars from barbed wire,
Mhm.
actually. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
I wonder if these people like trying to get into the border watch wrestling and say, "Hey, it ain't nothing." I watch Rey Mysterio get through it.
Right. Now you got to give Ray some
Well, he
some
won
props,
6'9"
man.
through the border. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's true. But it just because like if you you look on YouTube and you see Sonny Bono being a mayor of Aspen, I think it was, and he doesn't sound like a mayor at all. You go look at Jesse the Body Ventura speaking as mayor. Now that guy will talk for an hour about flat Earth. You just look at some of these non-political people. They don't sound like mayors, but Kane does. Ronald Reagan did. Uh, Trump can be presidential occasionally. Well, he
I'd
can.
rather he
Jerry
be Trump.
Lawler
Yeah.
tried to be mayor many times. He's just never gotten no votes
Yeah,
in
he's
Memphis.
tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just the king of Memphis. It's like, sir, you're a king. You're not allowed to run for mayor.
Fair enough.
Well, you'd think they'd let him or vote him in because he does own an actual Batmobile.
Ooh.
This is true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he owns half of the town.
He had a career,
That's gotta
boy.
be
I
good
tell
for
you what.
television.
He's a good commentator too. Actually, I actually prefer him as a commentator to a wrestler.
Puppies.
Yeah,
Puppies.
a good color commentator.
Yeah, he is.
Commentator
Especially when he was working with
first.
JR there, because JR is like the best they've ever had, I think.
Oh, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he made it
You know
seem
what?
real,
My
right?
favorite
Yeah, he
old
did.
school, the Gorilla Monsoon Bobby Heenan
Yeah.
combo
Mhm.
Yeah.
was always my favorite.
That's good. That's a good one too. Yeah. No, they're good at it.
Lord Alfred Hayes.
Because they're vitally important. I mean, especially if you got a match that's not going very hot. Those guys are very important to keep it rolling, dude. Because not every match is
Oh,
going to be
God.
some amazing, guy's going to throw his body without any thought, like a Dolph Ziggler or something, right? Especially when you get some big guys pounding each other, it can be boring, dude.
Is Dolph
Unless
Ziggler
you're into
still
that.
wrestling?
I
The
would hope
greatest,
not. I
like-
mean, he needs to rest.
Mhm.
He's a nice guy. I made him blush.
Oh, really?
Aw.
Don't do that.
I was working in a restaurant and he was in there eating and he was talking about me and I was like, I heard that. And he was like, oh,
I heard that. Were you getting into trouble or?
no, I was just like doing something. And he's like, that looks like the governor from The Walking Dead. And I heard him say it and I just walked up to him and I was like, dude, I hear that all the time. And he was just like, oh.
Oh no.
That's funny.
Shit.
I do like Dolph though. That
Big
guy.
Yossi's going to be at a show I'm at later this month.
What
Yeah.
show?
I'm doing the Big River Comic Con in
Oh,
Hannibal,
nice.
Missouri. He's one of the guests.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
They should have got him to play He-Man.
Ooh.
Like, he literally looks like the He-Man action.
Everyone excited for
There you go. Grr.
everyone
Jeff.
excited for the new He-Man coming out, or
No,
It
that
looks terrible.
stupid. I mean, why do they keep making the mistake? Oh, we're gonna put it on Earth. What are you doing?
Because Smurfs made money.
Who's seen the trailer to the Powerpuff Girls live action
Oh,
reboot?
yes.
Prime release?
God, I haven't seen that.
How
Son
long
of
has that
God.
been sitting in the can? bet-
It was cancelled, but someone managed to get like a copy of the trailer
Mhm.
that they
Like
were
a
going
really
to.
high quality copy of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's even worse than we thought it would be. It's so bad.
Really?
Oh, it's
Oh, okay.
so
I didn't think it
ultra
could get
woke.
worse.
And it's not even Powerpuff
no.
No,
Girls.
it's
It's
cringe.
them
Pure
when they're
cringe.
older.
It's just called
Blossom
Powerpuff.
is a drunk. Bubbles
Mhm.
is, I don't know, a street whore.
The Bubbles,
Um,
No,
Bubbles
and
is
she's
uh,
a firefighter.
no, for the Buttercup, they made her black, and of course she's the only true hero. Of course,
she looks
firefighter.
pretty white.
She's very mulatto, high yellow. Yeah.
No, it's funny, but some of the later seasons of Powerpuff Girls, they talked about if the series went on or continued, and they joked about, hey, look, we're grown up now, and all we do is complain about things and talk on phones and wear too much makeup and are really, really boring. Kind of like, well, yep, if they're gonna do a live action one, it would be when they're grown up
Well,
and
yeah,
they're
but
really, really.
Yeah, that's exactly
Hollywood,
how it looks.
all they
too.
want to do is molest everything, right?
Mm.
And you got to keep in mind with these progressive wokies, these so-called feminists, the thing they hate the most is the mother. They hate that.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
true.
by default, the woman, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, of course they're going to
of course, because they hate their
absolutely,
fathers, right?
yeah, well, that too, but they hate women more than anything, dude, right? And of
That
course, they're
seems
going to
like a.
molest the hell out of something pure and nice like the
Mhm,
Powerpuff Girls. Um, yeah, my
absolutely.
kids, particularly my daughter, of course, well, they grew up on that, and I've seen probably every episode of Powerpuff Girls, I'd imagine. Um,
Aw.
and it was good fun. It was a nice show.
Mhm,
Anyway, you've been
that is
kazooed,
cute.
so I'm going to do my job.
All right.
Thank you, Jeff, for being the voice of reason.
Hmm. Voice of
You're welcome.
Kazoo.
Thank you. All right, let's go over here, Jeff. We're going to go take a look at Amron first. Now, he's done a Windy Wendy, which is nice. And she's about to get hit by a cyclone, and he was respectful. He put her in her little Harlequin undergear, so very nice.
Them some mighty thick thighs on Lendy.
Wendy's got
Oh
some
yeah.
thighs.
Yeah.
She's thundering
She's
for
got
sure.
her Amish swimwear on.
Yeah. Well, she does, but she needs those thighs to withstand the mighty winds of the cyclone that is striking into the east coast of Australia as we speak. So yeah, what's that building over there? Is that an actual building or is it just your
Oh yeah,
random?
no, that's actual one of the tallest buildings on the Gold Coast, right? Currently,
And what city is that?
Gold Coast.
It's just a city called Gold Coast.
Yes,
You,
Surfers
Yeah.
Paradise.
Like
man,
where the Green Lantern went.
man, you Australians need to do better. But you literally have a city called Gold Coast. I literally thought it was just a
Yes.
descriptor
City
of
of
the
the
coast.
No,
I
no,
shall
it's
call it New
actual.
South Wales because it looks exactly like Wales.
They have a New England too, you know.
Because
So
it looks exactly like England.
so there's a city there, and it's called Gold Coast. And
The
is
Gold
it a
Coast,
nice
yeah.
city?
Yeah, it's like a bit like Miami, I guess.
Huh.
Then no.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen Sydney quite a bit, and that's a nice harbor
Ooh.
they got there.
Yeah,
I've seen some stuff in Melbourne. Oh, look at that.
yeah. So that's what it's like now. The beach is usually
No, it
about
doesn't
to
look like
here.
Miami, dude. It looks like Myrtle Beach.
All the
Well,
wild women, the ripping and the tearing.
this is a current shot of what it's like now, like
Oh,
today.
wow.
So yeah, the beach is usually a lot further out. It's just
Oh,
high
sure. No, I
tide
get that.
right now.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
But I mean, guys, that looks like Myrtle Beach, doesn't it?
It looks like
Yeah, a
Miami.
little bit.
Yeah, man, it has a Miami thing too, for sure.
I
But
don't see the beach isn't riddled with meth addicts, so it can't be Myrtle Beach.
well, fair.
no.
But I mean, just the
Wendy's
straightness of it.
water is way bluer.
Well, the other thing is that I don't think Myrtle Beach has any high rises like that. They're mostly
No.
condos.
That's true. That is true. But no, it definitely has a Miami feel to it for sure. If there were more canals cutting in. But yeah, no, I get the Miami reference, Amaran. That's interesting because mostly what I've seen is the like Sydney and Melbourne. I've seen those mostly.
Hang
How
on, here's
about
a much
Darwin? How's
more.
that look?
Hang on, let me just show you what it usually looks like. So.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's nice, dude. But I heard you Australians don't actually swim; you just sit on the beach.
No, surfers. There's always surfers going around.
Yeah, but the sharks eat you.
Rabbit would just love it. He'd blow him
He'd
away.
eat them first.
I bet he would. Yeah, yeah.
One doomed rabbit I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
know, when I was a kid, I used to go surfing all the time on at Narragansett Pier. And when I was got married, I lived in Hawaii for a while, and I went to North Shore, and
This is a really
because I was
cool
thinking,
video.
hey, Hawaii, let's go do some surfing, right? Because I used to do it as a kid. I went to North Shore, and the waves were like, I don't know, 60 feet tall.
Oh.
And there's
Oh.
freaking surfers out there. I was like, no, I'm gonna die. So I didn't do it. I guess this is what
any of this-
surfing is. Not the little 3-foot waves I would longboard on. I get
Yeah,
it.
that's one of the surf. Like, there's lots of surfers now trying to ride the waves, current waves now.
Mhm.
This is one guy got wiped. This is the actual shot from either yesterday or
No,
whatever.
this is how
days ago.
Patrick Swayze died.
Yeah, right.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they covered it up.
100% pure adrenaline.
Cody,
Yeah.
don't do it, Cody.
It was definitely Clinton covered it up because Patrick Swayze was his hero.
Bodie.
Yeah,
Patrick's easy.
yeah. That was that. What was Keanu's character in there? Dakota or Nebraska or
Johnny Daytona or something like that.
Montana or something like that? Yeah. Hey, look,
Johnny
you
Montana? Was it Johnny?
Utah, Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah. Yeah.
Johnny
That's
Utah.
it. Utah. Now
I'm
I have a
thinking of
question.
Jackie Daytona, the bartender who's not a vampire.
Right.
Is it? It is.
Amran, I do have a question. I see skinny girls
Mm.
here. Is that a standard for Australia?
Yeah, it is. But then you got fat guys like this.
That's okay. The fat guy's got game. I can tell. Um,
There's
that's-
more
Comfortable
boobs
in
on
his
that
own
beach on
skin.
that one man than all those women.
Yeah.
Well, you know the funny thing in Japan is, with
Maybe
me,
that's why they're jealous.
Good Lord.
when you actually see a fat person who's not a sumo, because they're revered, right? It's like everyone turns and looks because it's so rare
hmm
to see anyone who's
Isn't it
actually fat.
strange?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Thailand that used to have like pageants for fat people because it was so rare?
Well, because they're considered royal, right?
It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah. No, Thailand's certainly
Put
little
them on
teeny skinny
display
people.
like you're supposed to and shame them.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful people actually in the Southeast Asia. They, of course, they all look like children, but I mean, they come up to my waist, so what do you want? But they are little people. I actually saw a picture of oh, what's his name? What's the Icelandic giant there? He's like 7'4", 7'5", and he's like literally a brick of muscle.
York?
No, it's
They call him the Mountain, but I forget his real name.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh, that guy.
That guy, but he was down doing some promo something for in Thailand, and he had a whole bunch of Thai girls around him, and they were literally like below his waist level.
They're like palm sized.
Yeah. They're so little. Because like I said, I'm only 6'3", and no, I'm nowhere near. He's like a foot taller than me. But yeah, I felt the same way. They're so little teeny creatures.
I work with a lot of Hondurans and none of them have shins.
Yeah.
They're itty bitty people.
But they're different because
Shit.
they're super teeny, but they look like real humans. Whereas with, say, well, you know what I mean, with the whites and blacks, when they get that short, they get the real scrunched
they get
up
the
necks
bobblehead.
and the real, bobbleheads, the real thick bodies.
Mhm.
They look odd, like a lot of actresses these days who've got that body going on. But over there, they're small or even smaller than that, but they look like real humans proportions, Yeah. Anyway, do you got a lot of Southeast Asians roaming around Australia? You might. I would think you would. Amran. Nope. He reached his quota. Well, if you like what Amran has done, please vote for him the straw poll. It's a nice little wind he's got there. Windy. It's nice. I like it. All right, let's move on here, and we'll go take a look, see what Amy is doing. Now, Amy has decided this isn't what she was working on.
Oh.
Is that what you were working on the whole time? I thought I saw you doing something else.
I mean, I kind of, let's see, I sketched out some stuff.
Well, that's okay. Go
Working on
back to
some of
your
the different
finished thing. Go back to your
characters.
finished thing. So, alrighty. I see Pickles. I like the Pickle Girl. She and I, we could get along.
There you go.
You got the Bun Girl, which, fair enough. And is that Mayonnaise Mandy or?
That's Mayonnaise.
That's Mayonnaise Mandy. Yeah.
There was.
Daddy mayonnaise.
I will leave Jeff to that. Where's this from? What is this? Or is this just general hamburger?
This was I was looking at a promotion from Burger King a while ago, and they had these like vaudeville like dancers in these different like hamburger type ingredients, and they did dance in big circles. And I'm like, oh, that looks kind of amazing. So nice. Yeah, I'm like that'll be wild. Like
I do love how you always just kind of find a way to not do the mission.
What?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
No, the mission was mascots.
Oh. Maybe I need to look up what a mascot is.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, at least it's fast food themed. So we'll go with that. And I do like the pickle girl. Like I said,
She's cute.
she is cute, right? Mayonnaise Mandy,
little
though,
slices of
I
pickles.
have a feeling she's infected with something. Nevertheless, it looks great, though. What do you think there, Jeff? It is very Amy cute.
Well, I mean, that's all that really matters, doesn't it?
That's true. Which is your favorite? I like the pickle girl.
I don't know. I'm going with the one with the big buns.
Not fair. No, I think most men would lean that way. Most men would lean that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like her big tutu.
Yeah. You know, that's not what he said. But anyway,
Buns. We
if
cannot
you-
lie.
That's true. But if you do like what Amy has done, please vote for the Straw Bro. We have a Tina Tomaszewski. Yo, it's one of those Polish names. Watch out. You guys need, when you come to America, you need to abbreviate it. Just call yourself Tina Tama. That would be cool.
Yeah, that's a fun
Yeah,
name.
Ellis Island yourself.
Yeah, Ellis Island yourself. What are you doing? That is.
She's in a lot of books. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
That is quite a name, though. Sawensky. Tomaszewski. I think that's right. Tell me if I said that correctly. Yeah. It is more interesting. Tamaski. Oh, you could do that too. Just go very Japanese about it. But it is more interesting a name than, say, John Brown. That is pretty boring.
He had a nice beard.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move along here. Let's go over to Eric. And Eric has done actually an amazing piece of artwork from Eric today. I don't think I want to eat at this place.
I stopped eating after they started putting these in their commercials.
Fair enough. Now,
And
this
when
is
they closed down.
Quiznos. It's a very weird choice in that commercial he's talking about. And yeah, I do love Quiznos. But this you did a good job here. What do you think, Jeff?
Oh, thanks.
Ah.
Too good.
I liked it.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Nice.
it's Tao Mucheski. Ooh, very nice. Thank you for that. It looks great. It's a really good picture. Those eyes are popping, and it's
Richard Gere's nightmare.
it is. Ooh.
Oh my God.
But
I don't know what it is, but it's really cool looking.
it has
It's
a lot of
spunk monkey.
it has a lot of dimensionality to it. Is what it's got. So
And
yeah,
what is it again?
it's
It's a
I don't
spung monkey.
know, a spung monkey.
What's
I
a
really
spunk? Is that I? Never mind.
yeah I don't
They
know.
actually had the
what they're
commercial, and
thinking.
the spung is a slang for in Great Britain for putting weird photoshopping eyes onto the pictures of other things, and that's what the ad was. It was these weird eyes on what looked to be maybe a gerbil with human teeth, so they called it a spung monkey.
Yeah, but that was the mistake right there. Never take your lead from Britain. That's not a
Yeah,
good idea.
definitely.
That's not a good idea. But Jeff, it is beautiful though. It is really well done.
That it is.
It's a good piece. It's a really good piece. So if you guys like the Quizno mascot here, guys, vote for Eric. Very nice. Let me go see what are you doing, Elrod? What'd you do? You got a Zoid, I think.
Mutanoid.
Mutant.
I did a lot
Mutanoid.
because I didn't know if I would be here. So we'll start with evil. We have the Mutanoid.
Right.
He's annoyed, right?
He is.
We have the
annoying.
Jack in the Box mascot.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like that.
We have Arby's.
RB1. Yeah, that's good.
Our
That's good.
beast.
That's good.
We have Wendy's.
Heroic
Cool.
Wendy. Very nice.
And we have Burger King.
The Burger King.
Royal.
Burger Miser.
Nice.
And he can
Those are
flame
so
broil
cool.
himself at distance. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is that helpful?
It might be, especially if you live in Mordor.
Oh, good point.
48 states.
Yeah, that's right. The continental continental rift. What do you think, Jeff?
Burger King explains a lot of their food, honestly.
Yeah, I actually like Burger King.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Onion
I
rings
do
are
too.
nice.
I like the Bacon King.
Uh-oh.
They call it a Hungry Jack's.
What happened to your Burger King?
All
Did
the
it get
ones
taken over by that
around
guy?
here are kind of terrible.
Well,
Oh,
it
that's too
depends on who's
bad.
They
cooking
just
it, I
gone
guess.
downhill.
Yeah.
Sure.
Over here in Japan, I got to go to a major city to get one, but I always order like 6 of them. And the thing it's different, well, no, because
Nice.
with McDonald's, you need to eat that right now, right? You don't want to put that
Yep.
and save it for later. You don't want to do it, right? But Burger King, you can actually eat it over like a 3 or 4 day period.
Oh, I forgot Jollibee.
You do a Jollibee?
Jollibee was sitting over here. Yeah.
Oh, Jollibee.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the
Oh, she's
Filipino
so
one, yeah.
cute.
Sector style.
That is actually great. I love that piece. That is super cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These are
Jollibee.
great collection.
Jollibee. Jollibee. I'm a bay.
Ours has great.
Awesome. I could give you a complete dissertation on the history of Bay, but I won't.
Could you give a
Do
complete
it, babe.
dissertation on the history of Jollibees?
Hey,
No.
what's up, babe?
Anyway, it's awesome. Thank you very much, Elrod. If you like what he's done, vote for the straw poll. Let's see here. What is next? Oh, it's Honey, and she's doing Showbiz Pizza, I think. Although she should have done Honey Bears because this looks more like the Honey Bear mascot actually. So let's just say it's Honey Bear.
Oh, that's cool.
Honey Bear is cereal,
sounds good.
Chester, and this was fast food.
No, Honey Bear is a small chain of donut shops in Massachusetts and northern Rhode
Oh.
Island. Yeah.
I stand
sounds good.
corrected.
Fox's Pizza.
I really want a donut.
Are you still there, Honey? Hi.
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. You are soft, but I can. So
Yeah,
what do
real
you?
quick,
This is
I-
Showbiz Pizza, right?
That's right.
And what's his
is,
name?
Billy Bob
What?
Broccoli.
What's his name again?
Billy Bob Broccoli.
Billy Bob Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Yes.
Of the
Something you don't
Rockefeller
want on your
School.
pizza.
I don't know. You know,
There
you
you
don't
go.
want broccoli on your pizza. That's not acceptable.
Yeah, it's definitely not popular. I take
Chester.
it off pretty much. Yeah.
The king of vegetables.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
The only vegetables allowed on pizzas are onions, peppers, and mushrooms. Nothing else.
Black
No
olives?
substitution.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Olive?
All right.
Olives are pretty good.
I'll take an olive.
Yeah, those are good.
That's it.
Love them.
No other vegetables.
Spinach.
I mean, capsicum.
I mean, olives are considered fruit, but we won't go there.
What about tomatoes?
No, tomatoes are fruit. So.
Okay, so tomatoes and pineapple.
Tomato are technically a berry. You know.
Capsicums or peppers.
That's true.
Ooh, peppers.
Jalapenos.
Ooh.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos
Ooh.
are good. Okay, I'll make exception
All
for
right.
jalapenos. Just for the Mexican
Pino
pizzas,
jala.
though. Yeah.
Yes,
You were working on an animation.
So
It looks
grab my
like.
attention.
What was it you wanted to do, Honey?
Oh, I was going to have him kind of lean in from off panel and wave his little paw and
Oh,
come
that's
out.
nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be nice.
because
Yeah.
that's the frame and that's the object built outside of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got like all the little layers moving there, so I'm trying to break into like vector animation. So
Oh yeah. No,
exercise.
makes
Right.
sense.
Got the rig built. Just now the mouse is kind of unresponsive and
Oh
needs
no.
tools.
Yeah.
But I did manage to. I found out you
That's a
can
decent
draw pretty
vector,
well
though.
on this program on the Moho, so that makes me happy.
Sure.
Just thanks for watching, everyone. Here's my little Billy Bobby.
Bravo.
He'd wave at you. He's trying, and he'd do more if he had the frames of animation. But he's glad you're here.
He's
Sure. Well, you
still
know,
happy to be here.
of course, the challenge is to do the animation, and I get that. But you know what you might want to try just for funsies? To draw your character, like you've done here, and use the AI animators to because it's all about putting
Ooh.
in text and stuff like that to take the image that you created and animate it in because you can tell it how you want it to animate, right? You might want to just give it a try and to show us how it works, so we can see it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It would be, yeah, because like I said, GOP did it, but we didn't see the process. He just delivered a finished product, right? You should ask GOP that actually.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Because I mean,
Let's see.
just you create your image, and then you tell it how you want it animated. It might be fun. But I do like what you do with these things, and you're trying something new here, so that's cool. Anyway, thank you very much. If you guys like what Honey's done, please vote for her in the straw poll. And yes, mushrooms and anchovies are great. I prefer pepperoni and anchovy personally, but I do like anchovies. I know not everyone does, which I don't really understand why, but
Mushrooms and anchovies?
anchovies are good.
I've had them fresh in a Caesar salad. Delicious.
Oh yeah, they're
Are
great.
they
Yeah,
very,
anchovies are
very
great.
salty?
Yeah, I mean, you
when
have
you
to
have
think about that when you're using them.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, no, the
Never had-
anchovies are good. I like anchovies.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
also
if
like
you're eating
sardines.
Caesar salad, it's made of the dressing's made from anchovy paste.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Yeah. I've actually had Caesar salads made at the table. Have you guys had that?
Ooh.
No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm-mm.
Takes like, I don't know,
Yes.
5 minutes or something. But it's nice little kind of interactive thing in the restaurant.
That would
What was that? There used to be a lot of restaurants that would do it
I
at
would
the
do them all
table.
the time.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Mr. Motion has done the Burger King wielding a mighty sword of hamburger. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the muscle
Did you say-
definition. Burger King is the Chad.
Yes. That Chad Granny
Well,
has.
yeah, well, it definitely he's much more masculine than old Ronald.
Yes.
Where
I
is
got
he?
it.
There he is.
A slight echo somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
That's fun.
It's okay.
Wow.
It's very very light. This is great though. What do you think, Jeff, of the muscular, mighty
Burger
wielder of Grayskull here?
I think he could probably take out the other Burger King easily.
That probably easily, and he would definitely deal with that little Caesar guy.
Ooh.
Never
Yeah.
mess with Little Caesar.
Oh, pizza.
Well, maybe not though, because Little Caesar's got that old Pink Panther thing going on, or Aesop Fables look. So
The machine gun.
yeah, he's probably a lot more
Can.
dangerous than you think. That's true. Yeah.
Meh.
Anyway, if you
Meh.
guys, if you like what Jason's done, please vote from the straw poll. And
great,
let's go
Jason.
over here and take a look at Alan's. Now, Alan is, of course, displaying his great loves, cheeseburgers
Oh,
and Tom
nice.
Cruise. So he's in heaven today.
Oh, that's so cool. I love his
Yeah,
socks.
this is the Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Yes.
Preferable.
Yes. The Hamburglar. I love his
Rubble,
socks.
rubble,
The
rubble,
socks
rubble.
is a nice touch, dude. I
That's
like that.
awesome. I
Make
didn't realize
it
how
a
much
little
that
bigger.
outfit needed green, but that's perfect.
It is, yeah. It is good. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, and you gave him the buck tooth in the front too. That's great, dude. Yeah.
Still got to keep the tie away from the lasers.
Yeah, that was a good scene,
Yeah.
and I think that they did a good job of adding a rat to it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you
that's
had
it.
Jean Renault having to deal with a rat while keeping him stable, right?
Mhm.
Yep, that's great. What do you think, Jeff? Too much ketchup?
Yeah, I needed some mayonnaise.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I
Or no,
figured.
not mayonnaise. Mustard,
No.
sorry.
I figured you were one of those people that puts mayonnaise on your hamburgers. I figured.
No, I
figured.
freaking
I figured.
hate
I figured.
mayonnaise.
I kind of nailed it.
I love.
I put
Ugh.
mayonnaise on my hamburgers too. I don't put them on hot dogs. Some people do that, and that's just freaking sacrilege. I don't know what's wrong with you.
That's what.
Yeah.
Put
I-
mustard on
Ah.
a hot dog.
Yes, ketchup and mustard. That's the only thing.
No ketchup. Mustard.
No, well, but it's acceptable. Usually, it's just mustard.
Mm.
And meat
Eastwood doesn't
sauce.
think it's
From
acceptable.
Amsterdam. Mustard and mayonnaise is what I put usually.
Yeah, well, usually what I do is
Onion?
I put mustard, I don't have relish available in Japan, so I just take pickles and make my own relish. Relish,
There you go.
celery salt, and onion powder.
Mayo has just enough flavor to be disgusting.
I love mayonnaise, but it doesn't belong on a hot dog.
Oh,
that's for
it's
damn
awful.
sure.
What kind of mayonnaise have you tried?
Mhm.
All of them.
All
The
of
All
them.
of them.
I
Okay.
see. Well, maybe
All
you should
mayonnaise.
maybe you should try hollandaise. Maybe that would be better for you.
Ooh.
No, I've tried it every day. It's awful.
I see. All right.
Sure.
Very good. So, how do
Okay.
you eat tuna fish then?
Tuna fish is as awful as mayonnaise.
Mm.
I see.
So
That
a salad,
explains a
no.
lot. Anyway, very good. If you guys like what Alan has done, please vote for the straw poll. Very nice. Now, I think I got everybody right. There's no one
Yes, I think
missing.
you did.
So
no
go
one
ahead and yo Hooters. Very nice.
Yeah,
But
I'm thinking, is a Hooters
Okay.
waitress considered a mascot?
I would say so. I
Mm-hmm.
would say so, or at least the
Yeah,
owl, and
yeah.
he is
Yeah,
represented. So very
I
nice.
did this a while
Um,
ago.
if you
This
guys
was on top of
go ahead and vote, and I'll go over here and take a look at any draw longs we may have. So let me make sure I get everything up here. I do. Okay, I do. All right, very good. And let's go over here. And let's take a look at the draw along and see what I got. So that's from last week. That is not a good Ronald McDonald. We have an evil Ronald McDonald, which I will share here. Hold on a second. And of course, it puts it on the wrong side. Goodness gracious. Why Elrod is your Ronald evil? Just curious.
Oh, that's the one from when we did clowns. If that's the one
Oh,
you're talking about.
yeah. He's
It has been yeeted from the internet. Every site has banned that picture.
really.
I pulled that from Facebook and they edited out half of it. That's all that remains of it. Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, JD actually came and did a draw along. Haven't seen JD in a while, but he gave us a
Oh.
little Caesar there.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
Hey.
Very nice.
He didn't
JD,
do one of the
JD.
chicken mascots?
I know you would
Meh.
think it would definitely been that, right? But
Somebody
nope.
betrayed Bojangles. Meh.
Let's see here. Jason Gonzalez, or Thunderrat, has decided to go very old school here. It's a
Oh,
grimace, and he's
nice.
literally grimacing. Good job.
See. Mm-hmm. I approve.
Good job. Of course, we have
I can
another one
choose.
here that Elrod didn't show, but Rondor, the Burger Barbarian. Yes,
Awesome.
Rondor.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Of course, we have all the stuff we saw from Elrod there. And we got Adrian, Mr. Miracle, has done Little Caesar, I guess. Let me see if he put anything though. I almost did. I almost died on the North Shore jumping into the waves, and he gave us this. Yeah, no, North Shore is no joke, dude. We have Joshua Hale Raven. That thing's still going on. Caesar is dealing with the Noid, as you do.
He's being crucified.
He is crucifying the Noid.
So
Hail
wrong.
Raven. Yes. I can't, dude. It's been 7 years with the Hail Raven thing, dude. All right. Anyway, very good. Thank you all very much. Let me go over here and take a look at Twitter and see what Doug has done for us. But of course, I got everyone doing the. Do you notice this year they're really pushing the Ash Wednesday thing with the ash on the head? I've seen a lot of
Yeah.
TV
The ash
people,
faces.
yeah, pushing it. I mean, it's a
Yeah, I've been
Catholic
seeing
thing.
that
It
around.
is. It is. Mardi Gras just
Feels
ended,
like
right?
I was, I don't know why it feels like I'm reading like The Dark Knight Returns. When
Yeah,
when
I
I see all
mean,
these people,
Good
all these
Lord.
floating heads with X on their heads.
it is a very normal Catholic thing to do. I mean, it is.
No, it's not. You
But
look like an ash face.
well, yeah, but it is. We usually don't see so much of it, but I've seen quite a bit of it.
Rubio's looks completely fake.
It might
Like
be,
that
yeah.
looks like
Yeah,
makeup.
it's like
It's super-
somebody like he took a Sharpie to his forehead.
Right.
Yeah.
But I
Mhm.
mean,
I've
Yeah,
never
he looks like he was
seen
listening
more
to
than just
Charles
really a
Manson records.
thumbprint.
yeah, it's usually you're right. It's just like a kind of little smudge. But whatever, and
Yeah.
they're doing
You're always like, you got something on your face. Like you always want to tell them.
but I don't know, they're pushing the religious thing, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And
Gwen Stefani is a Catholic.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Usually we see Protestant stuff in America. So,
Mhm.
that's and it's fine. Nothing wrong with it at all. But that's no. I do enjoy listening to the Louisianian, and of course, this guy's funny. But no, not cute. No, no. Mm, there's more to life than points, Mr. LeBron. But because no one agrees you're better than Michael Jordan, dude. No one agrees.
Nope.
Anyway, a naked lady on the
But,
plane. Sweet. All right.
An astronaut? What?
No, a female astronaut forces
Oh,
Southwest,
okay, yeah. Like a
maybe,
doctor or
yeah,
engineer.
like
That
yeah,
Oh,
the
no.
doctor or engineer meme.
migrant.
Because you're high doesn't mean you're
Um,
an astronaut.
she stripped naked
What?
during a Southwest flight from Houston to Phoenix on Monday. She paraded around the plane for 25 minutes before authorities did something. But Yeah, no. Okay, fine, but there might well be kids on the plane, lady, and you will be arrested for that.
Okay, fine.
No, you
Finding
will be arrested for
methamphetamine.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Throw her
no.
off the plane.
You
Tell her
know,
to
no,
walk off.
that's not
Walk
just
the
getting
plank.
thrown off. That's arrest. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
actually illegal.
Walk
This
the
idiot
If
got
plank,
it's
thrown
lady.
out. We could go with that as being cute because he's an idiot. Oh, look, more astronauts. Nice.
what's
You're
wrong
still
with them?
alive. Now, this is a person I'm surprised didn't suicide himself.
Well,
To be fair, I'm
Is it?
glad he didn't.
at the
Corey
same time,
Feldman.
I'm glad he
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah.
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 But
Please.
every time I see him, I'm shocked that he's still alive.
Maybe he's
I don't see him around very
making
much.
some changes and doing better.
Well, now he's
What?
calling
No, he's
out
not.
Charlie Sheen for
No.
raping him. Oh, that's
Oh.
wonderful. What a
No.
nice story.
Oh,
I wouldn't put
no.
it. I wouldn't
He's
put it
He's a
past
completely
prime
Charlie.
fallen off the
example of
rails.
a tiny body, large head.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Corey
don't.
Feldman's with a
What?
bobblehead.
So this black dude's got two white ladies pregnant. Is anyone surprised?
well, one's his
No.
girlfriend and one's
Mother
his
and daughter.
girlfriend's mom.
Her mom. Yeah.
Look how happy they are.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. Whatever. They're
Well, you go,
they're
dude.
you go, dude. You go, moms. I guess they're all about the blackness. Sweet. Let's see here. Ooh, jet fighters. This is the Finnish Air Force showing off
Oh,
their
cool.
badassery. They enter in Russia and they're dead in 2 minutes. All right, fine. Let's see here.
Oh, look
Ranchers
at that
in
forehead.
Utah were kicked off their land to protect an endangered species. What?
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
And
the
now the
stealing.
government
Now,
seized it to
Obama
build
stole
stuff.
so much land. Obama stole so much land, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What am I doing here? Okay. All right. I don't know who you are. You're not cute. Not cute. No. No.
News,
No.
news, news.
Science. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's got
Alien.
emojis of hamsters on it.
Yeah, I'm looking here.
I think it's the cute one above it.
These are always funny.
Well, that's one way to do it, huh? That's interesting. You can
Yeah.
fix it right up. Give him some legs there. Wow,
Mhm.
look at how effective that is, though, dude.
Oh, there we go.
That's kind of scary.
He wanted his ex-wife out of the picture. That's cool. I don't know if that's
Nice picture of
cute,
him with his
though.
grandparents.
There's a lot of not cute these days. This could be cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not cute. It's becoming more and more difficult. Now that I do know.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Used to
I
be
don't know.
videos of kittens and stuff like that. We
they're
were all over the
gone,
place. No,
and I haven't touched it. You guys know I don't touch this thing.
Oh, engineers.
that is
Oh,
true.
look at the engineers stealing the
Engineers
metal.
working hard.
Mm.
South Africa, yeah. Isn't that what's his name?
I don't know. Oh, bears.
Oh
Michael Sheen.
Oh, bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
Is that the cutest thing I'm going to get? An attacking bear?
no!
Yeah, they
Bear?
released
That's
a bear, and the bear turned around and attacked them.
did he want to go back to the zoo or something?
He didn't like being in that box.
Irritated.
No, I guess not.
Oh, Irish girls dancing, doing their Irish girl thingy.
Okay.
River dancing. Remember that was big.
It was. I remember it was big.
Riverdale.
Oh, Pokemon.
Yeah, he's buying up every
go.
pack, like card pack from the vending machine, every single one of them, to scalp. He's like scalper.
What a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Oh, people having ideas why the Epstein file. Oh, yeah, Stucco will do it. Oh.
Poor thing.
Yeah, but the package didn't have
No,
anything
don't
to
cut
do
the
with it.
plan.
Look at those shorts. What are you doing, little girl? Are you wearing this whilst working? It probably is.
Yeah,
I know
she-
it
so
might
she
be
scraped
hot,
her
but
arm on the
yeah.
stucco.
Yeah, the stucco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah.
Oh my
We
gosh.
got pigs. We got pigs.
A
Nope,
veterinarian,
pit bulls
a veterinarian, like on the job.
on the job. Yeah, on the job. And the other dude just sitting, not even moving. Perfect. We'll go with that
Was
one.
he asleep?
Obviously
No, he
staged.
just knows that the dog is chasing you because you're running, dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. We got a little Caesar here. All righty.
Oh, it's nice.
Beat up with the.
Thank you, Doug. That's a
Oh.
very
That-
on
That's a
model little
perfect-
Caesar. Look at that.
That almost looks exactly like
Yeah.
the 1960s Little Caesar.
It does. It's so on
Oh.
model, but
I mean,
his
it's like real
Yeah.
close.
yeah,
Such
that's
I
a
love
amazing.
the
plagiarism.
texture on the fabric.
Such plagiarism.
It is
Great.
plagiarism. You're right. You're right. Well, let's see what kind of music we get today. Let's see. Oh, actual
Oh,
old
seriously?
commercial.
Wow, he got
Oh.
lazy today.
Oh,
is
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Cool.
I mean, when you think about how long this company's been around, I remember going into a Little Caesars when I was 3 years old. Think about that one for
For
a
some
second.
reason.
What was that, Jeff? Can you say that again?
I remember going into a Little Caesars when I was like 3 years old. That's
Yeah.
how long this company has been around.
Oh yeah, no, they're from the '60s, right?
What is that? Like the
It's
It's like the Pleistocene, right?
I think I've got some pizza
yeah.
in the fridge.
No, the '60s was a huge boom in fast food restaurants. A ton of stuff came out in the '60s, early '70s. A lot of stuff. I never heard of Caesar's Pizza until I was much older, because we didn't have it in my area. Yeah. Now I do remember one that I think someone had told me is defunct now. And as far as pizza outside of the Northeast, it was pretty good. It was called Godfather's Pizza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
they were everywhere and then vanished.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Isn't it strange?
Yeah, because it was pretty solid. I mean, like I said, I come from the home of pizza, so
And that guy ran for president.
he did. A black fellow. What's his name?
Oh.
Yep.
Can't remember his name, but he was good. He
Couldn't
was
have
good
anything
pizza.
to do with it, could it?
No.
I don't
He's-
know.
I think he sold it long before then.
He might
Yeah, he
have.
sold it to a company in England, right? Because I think they still
Oh.
have some food.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was good pizza though. I remember, and I like the ambiance they set up in the joint as well. It was very wood and brass type of take
Mhm.
on a pizza parlor. It was nice. But then again, these days everything's become so generic. They're going for
Oh,
that kind of
that's
modern
true.
look, but it doesn't look cool. Like
Everything's
make
trying to be Starbucks for some
Oh.
reason.
yeah, no, you're right.
Everything is like post office.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah,
But like
yeah, it
look at
looks like an industrial
McDonald's, man.
office. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it looks like a Russian gulag.
You
Uh-huh.
could have colors or shapes, but no.
Well, I don't know
Right.
from where you are, but
It's
now
gray.
when they
Herman Cain.
well,
Herman
Herman
Cain.
Cain, yeah, that's his name. But when they went through the refit here in Japan some years ago, it was like maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago, when they went through the refit, none of the McDonald's in Japan have any ball pits or kid play areas at all. They're completely gone. They're all like this boring, like a light slate brown. It's all trying to be modernistic. There's no kid influence or nothing. I was like, what? I
Yep.
didn't understand what McDonald's did. I guess they gave up on the kid stuff.
I think everybody
They got
is
rid of
collectively
pretty
trying to
much
give
the
up on
characters.
family.
It seems so.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
No toys. Just pray, get your coffee, go to your office job.
Yeah, but I wouldn't understand why anyone would go to McDonald's when, especially in America, when you have so many better options.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Fast,
what? Wendy's?
easy.
Yeah, but they're all fast
Well,
and easy,
McDonald's,
therefore fast food, right?
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's like built itself on like being like stoner food, right? Being super cheap.
I guess.
That was Taco Bell's big thing.
The
Like
only
Taco
Fast
Bell
food is
expanded
They even
by
had like
like
a
focusing on college towns and being open till like 2 or 3 a.m. or
fair.
24
Yeah,
hours.
stoner culture, yeah. Well, I know when I was young, the only reason I go to McDonald's was to get the French fries before driving to the Burger King that was right next door. And
Get a Whopper.
yeah, get a Whopper. Or when they had the forget what they call them, but they'd have like Shamrock Shake. Is that what they called it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the mint shake.
I would get those.
Mark.
It's in right now.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, we don't have that in Japan, of course, and we don't have much fast food at all. So of course, I take my kids to McDonald's sometimes because, well, there's nothing else. So, but anyway, let's take a look here. Who won the Drawn a Quarter Ultimate Edition Fan Edition Fast Food Mascot Competition? I have 7 choices today. I could go with Double D, Wendy Burger Amron. Yep. She's windy today. She was very windy today, which is good. I have Amy. Which restaurant uses a fluffy unicorn Lester? Well, I do believe that's probably going to be the Brony restaurants.
There you go.
Up and coming. I hear that they have steak sandwiches. Nope. All right.
Sounds like Applebee's.
Applebee's. I tried that once.
We should go to Applebee's every
Me
week.
too.
No, I didn't care for it. I tried Olive Garden once. Yeah. I've been at Fridays a few times. I did go to Chili's a lot though. They had a couple of dishes I actually liked. Is Chili's still exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it
They're
any good?
fading, but they're still around.
It's okay. It's mid.
No, it's not good.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's very mid.
But they had like a little kind of like fried like mini burrito that had was stuffed with all kind of stuff. It was pretty good. I liked. Anyway,
A pretty good lunch special.
One thing Chili's does that's good is that when they give you nachos, their nachos are pretty not bad, but every nacho is consistent. Every nacho has the same amount of beans, meat, and cheese on it.
really?
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
That
not like
is
it's not like a
nice.
cheap like tortillas and cheese,
Right.
just thrown in a bowl. No, there's like care done to it. Every chip has like a bean on it and this and that on it. That's the way they do it down here, anyways.
Oh, that's
That's
cool. That's cool.
interesting.
But
But
we did used to go to Chili's often when I lived in Hawaii. What was that, Amy?
oh, I was just thinking, if I ever want to get like decent topping distribution, you like I don't know, like Denny's, their nachos are all right, but you could get like just ask for the toppings on the side, and they just give you little bowls, and you're like, okay, and then you just make your own little dip as you go. Because
Right.
yeah, usually they dump all of it right in the middle, and then the first bunch of chips have no toppings at all, or almost none, and are crunchy. But by the time you start getting to the bottom, like, oh hey, here's this sauce, and the chips are all now noodles.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
kind
don't
of like,
like that
oh,
either. I went to
that's
Denny's
pretty
once as
much.
Yeah,
well.
they don't throw the sauce on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how'd you
Uh,
make it out?
yeah, I didn't like it at all. I went to, however, I went to Sizzlers twice.
Oh,
Denny's
okay.
was the first place I used my AARP card.
We used
Really?
to have Sizzlers.
I got
We used
10%
to have
off.
Sizzlers.
Early bird
They
special.
all closed down.
Really?
What is an
They went out of
Oh.
AARP card, by the way?
Went out of business.
That's your old person
ARP.
card, your discount card, ARP card.
I don't know that exists here.
Oh, maybe
That
it
might
doesn't.
not.
Yeah. They
I can
do
use it
have
for
like
It's
discounts
like
in
a
overseas
AAA,
hotels.
but
discounts.
for
Yeah. Huh. Well, that's okay. Anyway, moving on. What am I doing here? Melissa, I purposefully don't avoid the Noid. Lester, fair enough. Fair enough. She chases the Noid. Eric, Jack Box's psychopathic twin Hawkins. Okay, fine. Jack Hatchet Box, I guess. Let's see. Alan, in East LA, it's not hamburger. It's hamburger. No, I can't say that. You say it like a Mexican. Alan.
in East LA, he's not a hamburger. He's a hamburger.
Hamburger.
Oh, it's
Hamburger,
Hamburger.
ham-
Yeah.
hamburger.
hamburguesa.
Yeah, it missed a
It's
little.
supposed to be hamburger.
Hamburger.
It's supposed to be hamburger.
Hamburger.
I see.
Oh,
So,
okay.
But I
fair.
forget I
Hamburger.
didn't hit the L.
Okay.
It's hamburger.
You're missing a
See,
few
hamburger
letters
there.
there. That's right. Elrodimus, Chicking Baby, Flash. And of course, number 7, Jason. Arthur Teachers or Treachers gets no respect.
Arthur Treachers. Yes, the famous pirate.
Fish and chip place.
Arthur
Another
Treacher's Fish and
defunct
Chips.
snafu. Yeah.
Fish and chips. I see. Yeah.
Do they have a mascot?
A guy with mutton chops. Arthur Treacher himself.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay.
do live in the land of
It was like the
mascots.
most unappealing restaurant you could ever go into. Everything was like green and mustard yellow and plaid.
Ooh, that's horrible.
And it's just like the lighting was the same. It's like it just looked musty.
Wow. All right, so
Smell
how am I
like
going to do
fish.
this here? I definitely think Eric is here for sure. Let's see here. Alan's I liked as well. Elrod did so much stuff. I gotta do that. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm done. I decided.
Got it?
I did it.
All right.
Got him.
I'm efficient. That's why I make a good boss.
There you go.
I make decisions. I'm the decider.
I messed with them, Steve.
Yeah, that was a baby Bush joke, but that's all right.
Yeah.
'Cause he was the decider as well. The decider in chief, even.
Really?
I'm surprised we even
It's just-
survived that
What?
frickin' administration.
Oh,
Yeah.
good lord. I wonder if
Now watch
any
me
of
hit
them
this drive.
actually had any control over what happened.
Who knows? I think he was mainly partying,
We're
but
globalist scum.
or beating his wife. But all these former presidents must be pretty happy about Biden though, because he made them all look so much better.
True.
Yeah, it is true.
True, yeah.
Get
And
the
you know
bright
who gained the
side of
most
life.
out of it? Clinton.
Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
No, Clinton. Because if you go back and you look at it, there's many things he did I don't appreciate, but that dude was actually a president and actually did president stuff.
Yeah.
No.
He cut more federal jobs than Trump.
You know, he did a lot of stuff.
Huh.
Now, I don't like the fact that he's
That's
the one that
interesting.
basically allowed the government to wiretap the citizens. I don't care for that. I don't care for NAFTA whatsoever. That put us in a bad situation. There's plenty of things he did I don't like, but he was an actual president, a real one.
You don't think he was under in anybody's pocket?
He might. They all are, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Other than
Yeah.
Trump, which is why they want him dead. But
You can't buy him.
that's the benefit, right? Can't buy the billionaire. But
That's all right.
Slim Bones.
yeah,
Scum.
because if you look at what we had, Papa Bush just was why did we even do that? Of course, you got Baby Bush. He wasn't in charge of anything. You get Obama. Did he succeed at anything? Is there anything he did? Anything?
No.
Spied on people.
He did that. He created a lot of racial tension. He embarrassed us
Yeah.
around the world multiple times. But I mean, was there any policy that actually benefited America from him? Even one?
No.
You mean the American people?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
so. I can't think of a single success the man had. Whereas even with Biden,
For all of our health insurance.
yeah, no, that was a
'Cause we
mess
don't
though.
need
We're
that,
still
man.
dealing with it, aren't you? But even with
Yep.
Biden, the whole chip thing with the semiconductors and computer chips, that was actually beneficial. So at least Biden had a thing, right? I'm sure it wasn't his idea, but he still gets credit for it. Yeah, no, Obama was wow, dude. It's amazing you can go 8 years and not accomplish a single damn thing. That's amazing. Anyway, thank you very much, Melissa, Jason, Amy, Eric, Elrod, of course, and Alan. You guys it was fun doing some mascots and stuff like that. But our winner today, taken with Windy Wendy here, Amron. Claps for everybody. That was close, though. Alan was close. But it was a cute Wendy. That's for damn sure. She had the O face going on, and that usually wins. Yes, clap.
She's got socks, which are really cute.
That they were. I think those are called leotards. Yeah. But anyway, I haven't heard anyone use the word leotard in decades.
We just abbreviate it to TARD now.
Is that it? Just tard?
Yeah.
I think they mainly call them
Yeah. Put on
Lululemons.
your card.
Yeah. My wife has some of those Lululemons. There's bags around here, so she must have them. I don't really know. But they must be the yoga pants, which I appreciate greatly.
Aren't they the ones that cost like $200?
I have no clue. I don't ask questions
Yeah,
like that.
you don't want to know. You
I
don't want to know.
I don't care. Let her do as she likes because I do love me some yoga pants. Yeah. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
that.
That's a little creepy.
Well, no,
I'm
I mean
sure
that's
they
been her
suit you.
fashion for years in the house now. Ever since she started her jazzercise, she pretty much in the house wears yoga pants and a t-shirt, and I'm all for it.
Supposed to be very comfortable.
I'm sure they're comfy, but that's not why I like it.
Oh, I thought you meant.
I'm sure you look great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's Japanese, so she's fit, and she's not, which is what I like. Some dudes, it depends on the dude. But nevertheless, enough of that. So let's go over here and see what everybody's doing and move along with our day. But thanks for coming in. First things first, though. Next week, Eric, what's happening?
What do you want to do? I had an idea during the show.
I thought you had everything scheduled.
I did, but I moved it out because it seemed too cartoony after doing
Cartoon.
Mascots. Yeah.
What was the plan?
I had Warner Brothers scheduled, but I moved it back to April 24th.
I see. Well, I don't know. What's the consensus? What would you guys like to do? Throw out some ideas here, guys. What would you like to draw? What theme?
I think it's kind of fun when you get to make up a well, yeah, that's true. Or make up a design for something, so you have kind of like a concept and create
Sure.
something. But I
Yeah.
guess is it too early for another Chester comes up with an idea and everybody goes to town, or
Well, I can always do that, but the first thing that popped into my mind, Eric, which is probably not a good thing, is engines.
Engines.
Mhm.
Do you
That
mean
doesn't
In
sound
honor of
fun.
Pocahontas, our very own Pocahontas of
Engine,
Massachusetts.
as in Indians.
Yeah, engines.
I-
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
no.
we could do cowboys and engines.
Ooh.
Frontier?
Uh,
feel
like
we
yeah,
still
West-
have
westerns. Let's do westerns. Okay.
we still have yet to do the 3rd annual Cute Off.
Oh,
We did not do a cute off. You're right.
That's true. We
Oh,
could
yeah.
do the cute off.
Okay.
Are you
Oh, I
capable
mean,
of
if-
cute,
Yeah.
Jason?
I can try.
Yeah. We could
Are
do the
you
cute
Those
off.
are great.
enough?
That's a good
Yeah,
idea,
let's
Jeff.
do the cute off.
So we're doing the cute off next week, even though I did like my cowboy and engines idea, though.
I will put westerns on here. We'll do that. I have Snow White the week after that,
Which
and I
don't even know if
forget
that's
who-
coming out. I think they're canceling that again.
Two Banana
I
Mike.
guess
I think it was Two Banana Mike suggested we do Levon Cade.
What's
You
that?
gotta help me out.
That is it's the new Statham movie coming out.
Oh.
Levon, yeah, the Chuck Dixon. I actually
Yeah,
reinforced
the Chuck
that, didn't
Dixon
I?
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that is cool. It's called The Working Man, is the title they're using. But yeah, no, that's Chuck Dixon, Sylvester Stallone backing it, and David Ayers directing it with Jason Statham as
Oh, okay.
Levon.
Yeah.
So that's definitely up our wheelhouse, of course, with Chuck Dixon.
Mm.
But that would be fun. But I would expand that
Mm.
into just Chuck Dixon.
We'll do that. Okay.
Have a
yeah,
Chuck
okay.
Dixon
We'll
night.
do a
Yeah.
Chuck Dixon night. So
Yeah.
let's
Maybe we did
do.
other people's stuff, right?
Mm.
What do you say there,
Anything of his
Elrod?
own? Did he do anything of his own?
Chuck? Oh, he's done tons of stuff, dude.
I mean, of his own. Like everything he did is other people's creations, right?
Well, I mean, Bane is his creation.
Was that him?
Yeah, it was definitely him. No, he's got a bunch of stuff.
Him and
Chuck's
Graham
been in
Nolan.
the industry a long time, dude. What was that?
No.
Oh, and Graham Nolan too. Also,
Graham
co-creator of
Nolan,
the-
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, we could
Mm.
do some nights
uh,
that are intermixed, Eric, that are focusing. Like I would love to do a Eisner night, Ed Eisner night. I don't know, is his name Ed?
Yeah, I do have a surprise. It's not Ed
You got
Eisner. Is it Ed Eisner?
Well,
Will
Eisner.
Eisner.
Will
Will
Eisner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just call it Will Eisner, not Ed Asner.
Speaking of Ed,
Not
Yeah,
Ed Asner,
thank
that's
you.
a different
Thank you,
person.
Elrod.
I hate Trump.
It's true.
I do have a surprise for 4/17. Since it's so close to 4/20, we'll be doing Cheech and Chong that night.
Sweet.
ooh,
Yeah, sweet. Yeah,
yes,
Cheech and
eh.
Chong. Yeah. I call dibs on the Corsican brothers for Alan.
Hey,
Well, and you're lucky, Alan, because Corsican brothers have probably the sexiest girls Cheech and Chong have ever had in any of their movies. Those two girls. Yeah. Because usually they're the ones dressing up as the girls. Anyway, all right.
Mexican American.
Mexican American. Yeah. But anyway, what was the movie where they literally turned the entire car into marijuana and tried to smuggle it across the border? Idiots. Literally
Nice
funny.
screen.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was funny though.
Can't remember if it was up at 12 or-
Cheech Chong, good times though, good laughs. Back when Hollywood actually had a sense of humor. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so let's go over here and say hello to Amran. Now, Amran is showing us the beautiful, wonderful city of Gold Coast. I just still can't accept that as a name for a city, though. That's just unacceptable.
What would Gold
What could it
Coast be in
be?
another language that would make a better city name?
Well,
Silver Coast.
I could call it like
Platinum Coast.
maybe
Diamond Coast.
Kinbe in Japanese.
I
Okay.
Postal de Oro.
Yeah, there you go.
Green Bay.
Yeah. Sorry, not picking on your country or anything, Amron. We Americans
But
would never
clearly
do
you
anything
are.
like that.
It's a lovely city.
No.
Well, we're all well,
Now,
Americans are
where's
often kind of touchy on that subject because everyone looks down on us and makes jokes about us all the time, and we tend to punch back.
Mm.
Well, it's true, right?
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't
wonder
know.
if we
I don't know
just
why we get so much hate, but we do. I understand the government,
looks
but
like a
the
very nice
people, we
city.
get a lot of hell all the time.
I think
Nevertheless,
it's because of the government.
it might well be just that. Yeah, it might well be. But we do get a lot of flack. He's
Oh
helping us out
wow.
by showing us a cyclone. It is hitting as we speak, guys. I mean, literally, it
Well,
is
pray for you to get
landfalling.
by with.
The eye is passing over the Golden Coast town.
Are you outside of the area of this? Is it like north of you, or are you gonna have to look her
Is it
down?
near you, Amron? No, he's just showing he's not talking. I see.
Okay.
So,
I was friggin' muted. Damn it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So I'm here, and this is Brisbane City.
Okay.
This is the Gold Coast down here.
so you're right in the middle of it,
Okay.
huh?
It's gonna go like this. It's gonna go up and over, and it's gonna hit
Well,
the land around here,
I
or
see.
even high,
well, if it's
even much higher
yeah,
up.
Well,
if it's anything like a
Yeah,
hurricane, it'll
the
lose some speed
coastlines
when
are
it's
gonna get hit
land.
hardest, but I'm practically
They
inland, so
always
this is
do.
like I'm about 20
Oh,
k's
good.
away from this coast, so it's gonna be
Okay.
really
Not
heavy
too
winds and
tougher. Are
rain, and
you on
that's
the
about
map?
it.
right. Well, it's
People are
the
going crazy, buying up everything out of the shops. Like shops are empty.
Oh my
People are not going to
gosh,
work.
that's true.
yeah, they're all
And it's
panicking.
like,
Yeah, it's a kind of minor
All the
storm too.
bottles of water
But
and why all the toilet paper?
right. But
yeah, all the
actually,
toilet paper.
the worst place to
Yeah.
be with a hurricane is the downward stroke, the right hand side, right? And you're
Over
you're
here.
fine.
This is
It's
the
not gonna.
yeah. This
You
is
probably
the.
won't feel that at all. Hardly.
It's gonna just go across. It's just gonna hit all those little islands.
Sure.
There's like tons of little
Is yours
islands
going
around
the
here.
opposite?
Well, it must be
Hmm.
windy and rainy outside right now. Then
It's kind of sunny right now.
there you go.
As
Oh,
you see there, there's
yeah.
no cloud
It
The
cover where
biggest
I am.
storm of the century.
clears
Yeah.
everything out of the way
Picnic
there.
Kind of all
day.
clear right now. Clear-ish. There's a bit of cloud cover.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Has it ever?
I don't know, but I understand
Right,
that the
like this.
word.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah, that's not bad at
this
all.
way. I'm
But
down this way to the left.
from what I understand, the worst natural things you guys have is like fires, wildfires.
Yeah. Yeah, we
I
have
heard there
like
was
we
some.
get wildfires every summer, so down yeah, there's lots of
Oh.
it goes up easily.
It
It's a lot of
does.
sparks
Does
that
your
set it
government
off.
as stupid as the California one and not actually prevent it, or do you guys try to,
Mhm.
combat it?
Yeah, we do create fire breaks, cut
Oh, good.
down,
That's
try to
good.
clear out areas that's like
Yeah.
prone to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that kind of reminds me of what Trump said the other day. He's going to enforce that all national forestry create fire breaks, even in places
Makes
that don't
sense.
burn, because that allows him to cut the wood and sell it. Genius.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I love the excuse.
And even doing controlled burnings too, like controlled
Sure.
burnings and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
sure. It's
Yeah.
what you should do. Yeah. It's just California is run by idiots that would rather save insects and little baby fishes instead of caring about protecting its citizenry. But
Yeah,
I
all
find
public
it hard to
transport was
believe that's
cancelled
true.
too over the last 2 days. It's like
Really?
yeah, and it's not that bad. It's like it's pretty much the calm before the storm, as they
right,
say.
but
So,
you said it's only
it's just,
100 kilometers an hour. It's not very fast, dude. It's not very powerful. It's not. It's
100,
nothing.
yeah, 100, 120 or something. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the wind is no issue. But it could be carrying a ton of water though.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be a that's a potential, right? So you guys don't usually get these things. That's interesting.
It's usually much further north to Cairns.
Oh,
Like,
I see. So this one
yeah,
snuck around New Zealand, huh?
probably. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now I have a
Across there.
Mandela question for you, sir.
Okay.
Now, when I was a kid, on my maps,
Hmm?
New Zealand was to the northeast, but on current maps, New Zealand is to the southeast. Which do you recall as a child?
Southeast,
Yeah, now that's
where I'm
weird. Now,
located. Yeah.
well, yeah, no, I understand that, but the thing is, I have kind of an annoying memory. Yeah. And my memory is very clear of my map in my elementary school on the wall. I also recall
Hmm.
that the South America was not sitting in the same position that it does now, which seems to be much more east. But do you any of you guys have Mandela map memories like that?
Nope.
I have the same New
I,
Zealand one.
I remember.
Yeah.
I noticed they
I
moved
remember
all the
those.
dragons off of my map.
Well, I just wonder if we
Matt
had a
got it.
bad map when we were kids, because Eric and I are the same age. So I wonder if we had a map that was just incorrect. Because, like I said, my memory is annoying. Yeah. And I'm very clearly remember New Zealand being in the northeast, not the southwest, not the southeast. Yeah.
If it's even a thing.
If it's even
We
a
know
thing,
New
that's
Zealand's not
fair.
real.
That's true.
Yeah, because when I first started playing Axis and Allies, I was like, why is New Zealand here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fair
Yeah.
point. I
I
love
mean,
Axis
that's
and
how I
Allies.
knew it. I was like, that's not right.
It's weird. Yeah. Um, There's a bunch of little map anomalies that I. So it maybe it could be just as simple as the map that was given to the elementary schools when we were kids was just
Oh,
inaccurate.
yeah.
It could simply be that.
Yeah.
Because I have
Or
the
New
same
Zealand
memory.
moved.
Well, I mean, the easiest answer is usually the correct one, right? Because South America was not in the same position it is now. New Zealand is in the wrong position. Um, Gibraltar is in the wrong position. Japan is in the wrong position. There are a bunch of things that were wrong from my elementary school map,
Hmm. Yeah, I
without
guess it was just
question.
a really bad map.
Maybe,
Was
yeah.
it like what one of those things like a planograph where you got little maps and the teacher just put them out? Or was
No, it
it like a
was just a
single
big old
printed
wall
map?
map, colored wall map.
Yeah, they were hand drawn because Chester and I are that old, but yes.
Well, I mean, I'm just assuming that
They were
that was the problem.
Mangella's maps.
Yeah, that's right.
Magellan's.
Yeah, and they were Mercator maps as well, so it wasn't like they were some other map form. They were all Mercator. But yeah, I just assume because everyone that's a very common Mandela with New Zealand. I just think we must have had a bad map. Anyway,
Or
moving.
Hi
Yeah, that's
Brazil.
more than likely what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably the thing
Cheap
because
American schools.
cheap American schools. Yeah. Well, that's when the we were kids when the whole Jimmy Carter put the board of education in and things started going downhill, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, Amy, Melissa, hi.
Hi.
Hi. How you girls doing?
Okay. Doing good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How's your
Yeah.
gain coming along?
It's me. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's all right. Just put your nose down the grindstone. Get at it.
Yeah.
That's where
That's
it
the only thing
is.
that works.
That's true. How about you, Amy? How's life? How's Dad?
Um, that's that's doing pretty well.
That's good to hear.
Um, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Um, he's yeah, he's retired now. Uh, we love him and he loves us too, and we just we're pretty happy.
Well, that's good. Well, you had said he was having some health issues. I was just wondering if he's improved. Has he gotten better?
Uh, um, yeah, it's
So
it's yeah.
slightly. Oh, that's okay.
I
Hopefully he gets better and feels better.
thank you. Yeah, he's pretty. He's comfortable.
That's important. That's true.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of family around you guys?
No,
No. Are you
we have
from a different area and moved or something, or people move away, or?
we've just kind of been strangely isolated. It's just the way we've lived.
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen my family in decades. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do have a transplant family over here with my wife's family. So,
Yeah. I'm happy for you. And Amy and I, our our dad's support is Amy and I, and our support is you guys and Blacklist. Um, and my and the friends we've gathered there, and our church.
that's good.
Thanks. Thank you.
Churches are always good.
Yeah.
What's the name of your church?
It's Brookside.
Say it again.
Brookside. It's a little
Brookside.
church out in BROK side, like Riverside but smaller.
But right. A brook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brookside.
Our
Huh?
past. Yeah, you can find the sermon. It's at Brookside Claremont. I'm biased, but I think our pastor has like the best sermons anywhere.
No, that's cool.
He's so good at teaching the word, just so good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very good. So you guys are like some men are a Baptist or Protestant or something like that?
No, or I guess we consider ourselves non-denominational.
What does that mean?
It's not a denomination.
But it's still Protestant umbrella, I would assume.
I
Yeah,
don't really
Definitely not
know.
Orthodox or any third Catholic or anything. It's I'd say it's more on the. It sounds more on like on the Protestant side. If you might
Well,
Yes,
Oh,
that would be
it's
a yes.
yeah, it would be a yes.
yes.
There's only
Okay.
3 Christian main groups. You have the Catholics, you have the Protestants, and you have the Gnostics. Or the Zoroastrians, the same thing. So we're part of that. I would doubt you're Gnostic, seeing as that's mainly Africa and the Middle East. So I would assume you
Zoroastrians.
would be Catholic or Catholic or Protestant. And of course, Catholics have a few derivations, but the Protestants literally have thousands.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
guess
okay.
that would make us a Protestant.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's okay. That's cool.
They're not protesting anything.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Church is a very useful thing to have, without question.
Yeah.
How about you, Amy? How are things?
Yeah, things are good. Sorry, I've just been kind of sad lately, but trying to pick myself up and cheer myself up and go on. So yeah, it's great to get here though and draw with everybody and just kind of do something I care about and
Well,
talk to nice people and have a good
sure.
time. So it's
Well,
awesome.
I can cheer you up real easy. Just keep in mind you're not Australian or Canadian.
What?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I have. Oh, what's wrong?
A
Oh, because
boomerang's
Australia's got
incoming.
that
I feel
storm
it.
right
There's a
now.
boomerang incoming.
Oh, you're gonna be a fine, Armoron. Florida gets a lot of hurricanes. You're gonna be a-okay.
That's not what the joke I was making, but that's okay.
Do you really think Armron
Yeah, I'm
has a
not worried
boomerang
at
just
all.
sit next to him?
Right?
Okay. Good.
I'll just go
You'll
the
be- you'll be
traditional
alright.
one. At least
Shove
you're not
you'll be alright.
Canadian.
Shoot down your throat in a minute.
Yeah, right. Cool. Well, feel
That's
better,
what we
girls.
should do
Be happy.
some night.
Do what?
We
Yeah,
should draw
thank
what we
you.
think
Appreciate
everybody
it.
looks like.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Oh, that would
Remember,
be funny.
remember, girls, God's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, no,
appreciate
just
that. I
remember,
really do.
girls, you have one job in life. One. Be happy.
Aw.
That's the secret of
Thank
life.
you.
No, it is. Be
I'll be
happy.
right back.
Be
That's right.
It's like the one thing I keep forgetting.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't forget it. It's very important. But
Thanks,
anyway,
guys, I really appreciate y'all.
let's see here. Eric. Hi.
Hi. We were talking about Buc-ee's earlier, so I wanted to find a picture of one. This is a Buc-ee's travel center. There
Oh,
is
Buc-ee's.
100 gas pumps out
Buc-ee's.
front. That's the gas station, Chester. Buc-ee's.
Do they actually need this many?
I guess.
I mean, they're always
this
busy.
one's in Texas.
It's
That's the
usually
biggest
off.
one, right?
That
Yeah,
seems
I
a
think
bit
it's the biggest one.
overkill.
One definitely.
I prefer Stuckies.
Stuckies?
Yeah,
I
Is
remember
that
Stuckies, yeah.
That's what we used to
Stuckies
get
the gas
fireworks.
station?
I discovered Stuckies from a LucasArts game. Sam
What
and
Oh,
is
Max.
it?
yeah.
Sam and Max hit the road.
That's
It looks
interesting.
like Stuffy's just like a parody.
And
This
I need to thank Elrod, because he shared a picture of something I found really interesting on, I think it was Facebook he shared it maybe. And I went out and backed this project. I don't know if it'll fund, but Space Zombies from Mars.
nice.
Is that your
Yes.
book?
It's there's a comic involved with it, but I'm more interested in the action figures.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
toys.
Ooh.
oh, I see.
That first
What
picture, like
interesting
on
figures.
the thumbnail, video thumbnail, looks like she is sharing a suit with a zombie.
It does, yeah, yeah.
Or I think it's supposed to be
Yeah.
a reflection, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be, but it doesn't look like one. I think
Well, I can see her other eye, like you can just see it behind, so it's kind of transparent.
They should have hired one of us to do the comic book for them. But yeah, the figures look cool. So I went and hunted down this project. Then when it launched on, I think it was Monday or Saturday, I backed it.
Like
A
the first, right?
record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only
What a
backed it
vibe.
for
Oh,
one
God.
figure though, because it's in Canadian
again.
dollars, and that kind of messes with my head. So
That's
Oh
true.
no.
That's true. Just divide by 256 and you'll be good.
no, I hope it funds because I want to get one of these astronauts. Ooh, they're cool.
I desperately need astronaut figures. I hate that there are none.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
fair
aren't
enough.
any.
Hmm.
I do believe the British had a bunch of them back in the 80s, though.
No,
They-
nobody.
No, there was like a GI. They didn't call it GI Joe, but
Well,
there
in
was
the
like a
80s,
GI
there
Joe
was
thing.
Starcom that was really
Starcom.
awesome.
Yeah.
There's astronaut Barbie.
No,
Yeah, astronaut Barbie was a
No.
mainstay.
no. I did see someone who was complaining about modern day Ken because back in the day Ken was so cool with a great haircut. He drove a Corvette and there was like all kind of cool things that Ken used to have, and now he's like this lame girly boy.
Now he drives a Miata.
Yeah. So sad.
Well, it's a
So
great
sad.
cool cars.
So sad.
Actually, I found a
already
couple
got
projects that were interesting
What's
on
up, Nor?
Kickstarter this week.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I haven't.
I
I
think
used
we,
to do a lot of that. I
I
haven't done it
sent
I
you
think the
one of them,
Martian
Chester. That
Zombie
You did.
is the same sculptor that did the Monster
Fresh
Force
Monkey,
figure. That
yeah,
was
the Fresh
amazing.
Monkey Fiction stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
I know the sculpting's going to be good on this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But I kind of gave up on it because the Japanese just keep piling on the terrorist stuff, and it's just insane
yeah.
for me to
Mhm.
pay shipping.
Oh, it really is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can you just
I
have
can.
something as a gift?
Well, no, because if I get something, say I get like a $20 comic book, $15, right? I'm going to spend $100, $150 just to get it to me.
Shipping, you mean?
Yes, the
Yeah,
Japanese are
shipping's
absolutely.
ridiculous.
And the reason is
Um.
because the yen is kind of weak right now, and Japan has an internal market, and they don't want any interference with it, so they basically make it impossible for you to sell anything in country. And that, of course, affects me, in even more exponentially because I'm just a private citizen, right?
Right.
Points.
And
Alan
Amy,
is in charge. Get him, Alan.
Alan, yeah, Alan's he's leading. Then me, then Armrod's. I think he jumped like
Well,
2 spots or 1 spot.
Good job.
He's right in the 3rd place now. Then you got Amy, Melissa,
Lurking.
Elrod, Mr. Motion, Johan, Alpha Proto, Rosa, Kinma, Zach, Argos Creations, and 2 Banana Mike.
There we go. It'll be interesting also by the end of the year to see how many different artists came in as well.
Well, we were having like 10 artists. It seemed like there for a while every week. So this week that week was 11. It was 10, 10, 10, and we kind of dropped off the last 2 weeks. What was this? We had 9 3 weeks ago. Then it's been 7 and 7, I think, this week and last week. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
no.
we have a very stable group that comes in. I'm very happy for that. I love hanging around with all you guys, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah, with you too,
Kind of a
man.
gathering.
The points are just fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I come for fun and talk to you guys. Good laugh.
Mhm.
And mainly you stay for my jokes.
Yes, and interesting
Yeah.
historical
I said a good
expositions.
laugh.
That's why we're here.
That's right. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Anyway, awesome. Thank you very much, Eric.
You're welcome.
Let's go on and move on to Mr. Elrod. Hello, Elrod.
Hi, Chester.
Um,
Star.
actually, Elrod, I have
Nora.
someone ringing my doorbell. Could you handle this for a couple minutes, please?
Mhm. I can't answer the door for you, Chester.
He's
Keep
already
going.
gone.
So I think I saw Wolverine in a blue T-shirt for a second there. What was
You
that?
saw a Jack Black as Wolverine.
Where in the world did you find that?
Was that the actual Minecraft toy?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought that was fake when I saw pictures of that thing. Oh my goodness.
No, it's real. I got it because I was like, oh, that's going to be great for custom. How often do you find like squatty fat man bodies? I can make like
if you wanted to
typical
make a
comic
Santa
man.
or Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
And the claws are from the Robo Skull figure. Is it Robo Skull?
Do you
Oh,
think you'd
yeah,
make a
yep.
decent dwarf, or
I mean, I
do
don't
you
have the
think there's
Robo
enough
Skull
dwarf
because
bases?
I can't throw down $400 on a vehicle. But
Yeah, I
I
saw
know.
that. I couldn't do it
the
either. It
3-inch
looked cool.
figures come with these awesome Wolverine claws.
Right.
Nice.
That's great.
I wonder how you do with 3D printing. You think that's something you might enjoy, or messing
If
around
I
with
did,
computers
I would
to...
definitely be making space helmets for all of my little action figures.
Ooh,
Oh, I wonder
sorry
if I
about
could
that. I'm
get our
back.
printer working on that. Oh, welcome back.
You're fine.
You might have some of those models in some of the websites that have the little printer stuff in them, if you've got the right scale. It's very
Been
cool anyway.
3D printing figure stands recently.
Right.
My action
Oh,
figures.
really?
Actually, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in that world, man. That's advancing at incredible rates, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I use mine all the time actually.
Yeah,
I
it's
got two
really
different
neat.
ones. I got the resin and the filament one. But
Yeah. I actually watched a channel. I do love that. That is funny. I watched a channel show the other day about that, and they actually have a new program that allows that it's just it's like a I guess like a crowd built program, and it's constantly having new blueprints or whatever they call it being thrown into it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
cool.
Like a
That is the neat
community
thing
driven
about...
free thing. Yeah.
there
That
is a
is cool about
website right now. You could upload your picture of your face, and it will download a 3D file,
Yeah.
STL file for you to print out your head.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, that's neat.
Make
Yeah,
your
no,
back
The
Yeah.
back looks
I
kind
saw.
of weird. They're working on it, but it looks pretty good.
yeah, no,
Oh,
3D
there's an
printing
app.
stuff.
I was gonna say I saw.
There's an app that'll turn your phone and basically into a 3D scanner where you can do a film around, and then
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the
And then
prints
that'll
from it
turn
are pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
not bad. I saw this program. I don't know
Like
if you'd like it,
Comic-Con.
Chester, but it looks kind of interesting. It's a tabletop gaming,
Hmm.
and it's like on Steam. And if you get it, people build their own custom like games on it. So like by default, it has like I think like checkers and chess and things like that. But it's
Yeah.
basically physics simulations and timers and some things like that for just kind of basic logic. And people have gone in there and taken like whatever their favorite board game is and made them.
Yep.
So there's some in there for like Everwood or some of the pandemic games, and I'm trying to
D&D,
think
all
what
that kind of
else.
stuff. It's called
Mhm.
Tabletop Simulator. I've owned it for years.
Yeah. Oh, and you enjoy it?
Yeah, we used to play around with it here and play board games together on Bugbear's Basement.
Oh,
But I've been running
nice.
tabletop games for so long here that we haven't done that in quite a while.
Haven't done that in a bit.
But that's all
Nice.
right. We got a group that enjoys playing tabletop, so why not? So
There you go.
and I'm sure we're all going to die very soon anyway. Cool.
Right.
Anyway,
Great.
moving along. But yeah, no, the 3D printing stuff is pretty cool. I actually saw a dude who he took stills from the original Hobbit, the one way back like in the
Yeah.
70s. And
Cartoon.
took the animated one, yeah. Took stills out of it for every character and used some software that took the two-dimensional and made it three-dimensional and printed them all out. It was really cool.
Oh wow.
Oh,
And
nice.
they look good too. It was really neat. And he's start. I haven't watched the next episode, but he's going through the process of painting everything now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, that's actually a hobby I have. I paint miniatures. So
Oh, that's even better.
yeah,
What kind of paint do you
Nice.
use for them?
I use Japanese acrylics.
I
Ah,
use Vallejo.
Why would you spend
really?
5 times what you need to?
I don't.
Vallejo's way too overpriced, dude. I hate Vallejo.
Like $2-3 a bottle.
Yeah, I can get stuff for like 50 cents a bottle.
Walmart stuff.
Ooh.
No, really high-end Japanese acrylics. Of course, I'm in Japan, so that probably reduces
Well,
the
that makes
cost.
a difference. We've already
Um,
told you everything's more expensive here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, those Vallejo things are like freaking 10, 15 bucks each for me.
You don't get
Really?
the
Oh,
Apple
because
at Walmart.
I don't have
Apple
Walmart
Barrel
anyway.
things?
There is no
they're
Walmart
Apple
not.
here.
Pay-
Yeah, the ones that they're 50 cents at the Walmart. Yeah. I
Yeah.
use
They're
those when I'm
Apple
doing
Barrel.
dioramas. But I usually use Vallejo for my other stuff because I found a model shop that sells it pretty cheap.
Yeah. I do have some Vallejo paints, but mainly I use the acrylics. They work really well. And of course, I'm always watching
Hey, they
videos
broke.
and improving my technique and stuff like that. I've gotten pretty good at it over
I
the
don't
years.
like the one
Nice.
everybody else loves. I can't remember the brand name because I don't have them next to me right now.
Citadel.
Citadel, I do not like. Those are
Yeah,
expensive.
I've
They're
never
the
I do
tried
not
worst
those.
like.
paints ever made.
They're horrible.
Yeah, I've never tried those. I
They
use.
dry
Like
out.
Yeah,
The
Mhm.
I do like
like
their
the bottles
shades,
dry out.
like the nun oil and stuff like that. But
hmm
the actual paint is horrid.
Yeah, and it dries out instantly. Once you open
Yeah,
it, that's it. It's done.
yeah, with that
Like
stupid
no matter
lid.
how sealed it. Yeah, the lids are all terrible. They don't make good
Yeah.
lids for them.
So you have to paint one thing, and then you gotta go get another
Oh,
one.
and it's only like a 1.5 or 1 ounce bottle too, so it goes
Yeah, they're
fast.
tiny.
You know,
Yeah.
you're only going to get one use out of it, and then it's going to be completely dried out. You'll have to replace it. I think that's their whole plan.
Mm-hmm. Are they like
Although they
what,
did have
7 cents a
really
bottle?
cool lids. They had these awesome lids that popped open, and the lid became like your little palette for the paint, which is clever. But there again, it never really seals again, so it dries out even faster.
Yeah. Now, mostly I use Tamiya.
Oh, I
Oh,
like
those are
them.
I wonder
good.
if that's
I've
on
always loved their
Amazon.
models. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I use
hmm
their paints and they do a really good job. And of course, it's easily
Tamiya.
available for me. So there's
I was going to say
actually,
it's much cheaper for you too. They're
it is way
expensive here.
cheaper. And there's actually a shop in the town over the mountain. So I actually have easy
How's
access. I don't have to travel very far.
how is that brand spelled?
Tamiya. Tamiya.
Tamy Mia.
Yeah.
Tamiya.
Tamiya.
Tamiya, yeah.
Oh,
hmm
that's the glue. So
Tamiya. Tamiya. And they
I had
sell
that
everything you
six-wheeled
need, not
F1
just
car.
paints. They have everything you need. What was that?
Ooh.
I had a Tamiya model back in the day. It was that six-wheeled Formula One car, the blue one, the Elf.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the elf.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Fell apart
We had
after a
the
while.
Matchbox car of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, painting's fun. And I love doing all the, like, sometimes I'll try to do a diorama and do all the rocks and the grass and the
oh yeah,
yeah, all that. It's fun. Yeah, especially for a
It's
person who
$12 a bottle.
well, I don't use that stuff. But especially for me because I can't draw, but I can create dioramas and I can do that because that's
they're
mechanical.
fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
Really
and it's
fun.
fun. It is
And
fun.
relaxing.
Yeah, it is
Chester,
very.
if you ever get a resin 3D printer, you just let me know because I have hundreds and hundreds of minis, miniatures.
For
Mhm.
resin, huh?
For resin because they
That
the
gets
resin
you really fine detail.
yeah.
But they also kind of break easier, don't they?
It
No.
depends on the resin you use. I haven't broke any.
Oh, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. All right. Well, I'm getting.
Oh, you do need to cure them, right? Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's true. Alan, did you want to say something? probably.
Are muted if
I
you're trying
would.
to say
He's probably
something.
just eating tacos. It's okay.
Oh, that sounds
Let's.
awesome.
Jason, would you like to say something?
Sure, sure. First of all, it's great being with you guys as usual. Yeah,
Nice.
we're starting to get some new things out on our Etsy shop. So you can go ahead and check that
Mhm.
out. The links in the bio of my Instagram at creation.jason.
Nice.
And I'm working on. I'm about to start on another t-shirt design too. So I'm gonna try to get that ready. I might I may be able to finish it next week or so, but we'll see.
Mhm.
I can't wait to start it though.
How do you
That sounds awesome.
you send your T-shirts out to a company to be made?
Yes, we use Printify, so yeah, we use like
I see.
they're people I guess hire. I'm not, but yeah, we use Printify for stuff like that. So
Right.
we don't have like t-shirts or and stuff in like storage somewhere.
Mm.
So yeah.
Make on demand.
Yeah. Well, no,
Yeah.
because I've actually designed T-shirts before for my events, my production events years ago. I haven't done it in a while. Well, basically, what I would do is create a design, then I would abscond with about 100 high school students and put them to work screen printing.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You get
called
extra
management,
credit if
Eric.
they make t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. No, I'm not even joking. I actually did that many times. And I made it seem like they were having fun too. They enjoyed it. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yay.
Yes.
I
And
got
I
to make
made money off
adventures.
their sweat. It was great.
Oh, okay. So not criminal.
No, I didn't. We didn't
Chester's
make
own
any
little
money on it.
sweatshop.
Yeah, little sweatshops. I tell you, if you know how to do it, you can get high school kids to do anything stupid like that. You can. They'll work all day for you, and they'll have all kind of fun chatting and stuff. Just give them a soda every hour or two. You're good. It's cheap.
Sounds like me.
Gotta keep.
Anyway, so let's let Alan have a shot here, and then we'll let Jeff take us out of here. Go ahead, Alan.
Hello? Can you hear
Hi.
me?
I can.
Hey,
Ah,
there you are.
like damn, I'm really bombing tonight. You know,
Oh no, you're too happy. Poor Alan. I'm sorry.
hold on, let me see the connect back. It does that.
It does not. That's
Yeah.
okay. Just talk to us. What you doing?
Just working on the monkey book, on the piggy book.
Nice. Monkeys and piggies.
You like animals.
Well,
Of
it's
course.
right now it's I have other things I have in mind that have nothing to do with animals, but weirdly enough, by my own hand, I've my first two projects are going to be animal based. But
Well,
I have
your
a
style
board game
leans
that's
to
all
it.
animals.
Yes.
Yeah, so I figure that I would how to say this, but like shake the goofiness off of me before I get into more serious stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so now I'm drawing all the animal stuff to get all that stuff off, right?
Hmm.
And then I can get into like the next book I want to draw after this is a vampire book,
Oh.
it's gonna be
That's
here's a panel without being too spoilery.
Ooh.
oh, it's a good panel.
There is.
It's the monkey
There
book.
is.
Very nice.
Boom, boom.
I always thought that you would really do a really good goblins in space comic book.
Is that a thing, or does it just need to be?
Something like that is coming.
Nice.
I mean, really,
Ooh.
I'm like dead serious.
Yeah.
But don't hold your breath. I got
Goblins in
like 3 projects
space.
to do.
Right, but you can pull off comedy, and I don't think that's easy.
Mm.
I'm thinking of also doing a black and white comic strip based off of this for that very reason. Because this book is mostly a comedy. It's a goofy book. It's like a Fox animation from like the 90s.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. Toad and Frog.
Well, it's all like a fairy tale land, right? So like the whole city is based off of fairy tales. So it's
Right.
the three little pigs are in there, Chicken Little's in there, like, but they're all like in an urban setting,
Oh,
and
neat.
it's all, you know.
Yeah. Kind of the fable, doing the fable idea.
Yeah, kind of like a fable, like fables. Get fables, get Ducktales, mix them together, put in like. I always say it's like Eastbound and Down because of the comedy. Like it's just like a dark humor,
Right.
and then definitely action. I like a lot of. I have a lot of gory action that I haven't showed off because it's spoilery stuff, but there's a lot of blood in the book.
That's cool, dude.
You
Eric's
think
Eric's
you
read it. Eric's seen some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
do
like
you
heads
think you're
getting chopped off and blown off and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
do you
That's
think
very
you're likely
comedic.
to
I'm sorry, Amy, Melissa, who's
Oh,
that?
I was just wondering, do you think you might have any books that are less violent down the pike that you might want to?
Yes,
Oh.
One. My plan, and I already have the character that I made up and everything. Is to have a range of books for different audiences, and one of them will be a good for everyone book. It'll be called Wildette.
Nice. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. All your work
Yeah,
is really
it'll be
great.
fun.
So,
Very nice.
Thanks.
Well, it's good you're busy. That's good.
Yeah, I'm definitely busy.
And Blue Moon says
My
he
back
think.
will tell you.
Oh yeah. Blue Moon says he doesn't think he could ever shake the Goofy. So awesome. Well, thank you all very
never
much.
do, Blue Moon.
No, his style is great for that too. But yeah, excellent. Next week we are doing what again, Jeff?
Weren't we talking about the third annual?
Third
Q-Off?
annual?
Oh, the cute off.
Cute?
That's right. That's why I asked
Oh,
Jeff,
nice.
not Eric. Yeah, the third annual cute off. Very, very nice. I wonder if we'll have any trouble with tribbles. Nevertheless, Jeff, take us out of here.
Those are pretty cute.
My book. This is the week of my book release. The Revenant and the Cult, Book 2, The Terror in the Witchwood.
Woo!
It's available at Amazon, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you want to buy books. Barnes and Nobles, you can get it. The only place you can't get it yet is Audible because Audible's backed up. So, link is in the chat, and that's it. Namaste.
Namaste. Later, everybody.
Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Guys.
Later. Goodbye.
See y'all next week.
Hey, Tina.
Tune in next week. Same bad time.
Amy,
Same bad channel.
make sure to smile, Amy.
Hi.
All the time.